feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
What's up, FMFAM? How's everybody's day going? Hold on. Let me turn this mic down a little bit. All right, can y'all hear me without it clipping? I could hear myself too much. Y'all know it's a good day when Snap-on gets on, right? Ooh, y'all know I really don't buy into this drama. I usually don't, talk about this stuff. Even though I'm like against Snap-on, it's just because y'all have heard me several times. But there's some videos out there. A test that was to make Snap-on the inferior, the better wrench. Even though I don't know if y'all saw all the videos and stuff. I saw a couple videos where Sherwood from Royalty Automotive or something like that. Anyways, yeah, he did the test. Apparently, he used the wrong size. Snap-on slipped. Icon didn't. Even if it was the wrong size, and Snap-on supposed to be the better wrench of the two, how come it slipped and Icon didn't? It makes me wonder. Even if it was the wrong size, it was supposed to be a 1/2 inch according to Subaru, right? But even then, Snap-on still slipped. Snap-on should have been able to grip harder, right? Right? Even if it was just a hair bigger than a 1/2 inch, it should have not slipped. But we're gonna talk about that. I want y'all's input. What do y'all think about this? Because this is insane. And Supra, you're right. It did go on sale, guys. I saw the sale too late. I saw it at about 7:55 as I was trying to get pictures to do the thumbnail and stuff. And I saw it. I was like, oh snaps, $70. Hold up. I was like, I'm gonna go get these wrenches right now. Y'all know sometimes I do a little intro video where I'm doing something and then I'll let it fade in, and then once the intro's done with, I will y'all see me sitting back down, right? I didn't realize that they closed at 8. Fuck. I legit was gonna go purchase those wrenches. How the hell can you pass up those wrenches for $70? And then I really don't buy into, y'all know Val Tools, right? I really, whatever. Y'all seen her videos. She does it for views. Some of it's very informative. She does have a good sales pitch most of the time. But there was something she said that I really, really liked. And she had said, the icon, and don't quote me on this because I forgot how exactly she said it, but she said the icon wrenches or snap-on wrenches are said to be better because they're made in the USA. Icon is 10 cents on the dollar, made by a Chinese or Taiwanese factory. But they are just as good, not better. So if you're buying a wrench that is just as good for not even a quarter, a fifth of the price, a sixth of the price, who in the hell is going to put their whole body weight on a 12 mil, 13 mil, 14 mil? And I know y'all are going to say, well, brake lines, rust belt. Me personally, I don't use an open end. I rarely use an open end. Unless I just don't have the room to get the box end on. But if something's on there that tight, I'm going box end all day. Because of the known thing of the wrench is slipping when you use open end. Now, if you're using it on brake lines, well, don't we have specialized tools for brake lines? And I seen another video where somebody grabbed the icon and used it on a wheel cylinder bleeder and cracked it loose. It worked, and it was rusted. It worked. So is Icon really stepping up the game? Are they going to embarrass Snap-on? Now, that video Sherwood, whatever his name is, I feel bad for that rep because he didn't know what to say, and he was like, yeah, whatever, right? He kept rolling his eyes, but they were doing it right there in front of him, and he was in disbelief. He didn't want to say it. Now, where he fucked up is, of course, they were using the wrong size. So I don't know about y'all, but I am gonna go pick up those wrenches tomorrow in the morning, once they open. So yeah, let's get into this conversation because it's gonna be a good one. We got Shannon up in here. We have Supra moderator. I always got to call out Supra. He does a badass job at his job. We got Quick Wrench up in the building. We have who else we got? Oh man, okay. Well, I guess that's all the members right now. For now, but let's get into it first. Shannon Dickinson, what is going on? Hello, FMFAM. How you doing, Shannon? I know it's been some time. I've been slacking on the live streams, guys. This was the first week of school. I was going to come on Tuesday, but I realized there's a lot to do after work when you have to have the kids in bed by a certain time. Make sure they're fed, make sure they're showered. And something came up. I had to go across town to my old lady's work. And damn it. So I'm going to have to figure something out. Maybe kick him to his own room or something. But he's used to sleeping with daddy at night. So we're going to have to adjust, guys. We're going to have to adjust for sure. Or maybe, no, I can't do it as soon as I get home. Like it's to the point where I'm not even staying late at work. All week I haven't stayed late. Been making sure I get home as soon as possible so that I can make sure they're fed and everything. So, whoo. Emily's here. How's it going? Hey, early fluffy stream. It's not too early. I was actually gonna try and come on at 8, between 8:30, but that didn't happen. Like I said, I was scrambling trying to find a store that was open to get these wrenches, but it is what it is. That would have been nice to unbox them right here. All right. Hello, all. What's going on, Kevin? How you doing, brother? Fluffy M, how's it going? Must be a new soap opera show. Yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see. I'm waiting on all the Snap-on fanboys to come in. Supra Kevin, I just scored a Snap-on coolant pneumatic pressure tester, and oh no, Supra, how much did you pay for that? That coolant pressure tester. I've been wanting to pick it up from the Snap-on, right? I've been wanting to pick it up from the Matco truck, but I keep forgetting about it. And with how slow it is right now, man, I ain't trying to make no $200-300 purchases like that. Not right now. And oh, wait. You bought both of those from the pawn shop for $180? Hold up. Hold the front door, sir. Is that what you're telling me? That's not a bad deal if you ask me. Sup. There's no drama. Icon, more cost-effective option. True. Snappy is much better wrench. Dave, let's talk for a second, buddy. Come here. Snap-on fanboy. Nah, Dave, really, what makes Snap-on so much better than the Icon wrench? Honestly, in all honesty. Cost effective, yes, Icon has it. Heard somebody saying that the Icon wrenches, the shank, the handle, the shank. I'm gonna call it the shank for now. That it's square, like a square cut, so it digs into your hands. And then the Snap-on is more comfortable. But if the Icon one is doing just as good as the Snap-on, which one do you prefer? Now, one thing I did see that Subaru said, I'm just going based off of what he said, because I really haven't. I've seen the flank drives once. I tested them once, and oh, okay, yeah, that's cool, whatever. But I believe the flank drive, you can use the wrench either way, versus the Icon is one direction. So I guess it has its advantage right there. And then I did see somebody actually get the Icon one to slip on a nut or bolt. But man, he was using a breaker bar and all sorts of stuff. Like he. Now, when it does slip, yes, Snap-on does hold its teeth a little bit better. Holds its shape a little bit better versus the Icon. I did see a video on that where once the Icon did slip, it kind of flattened the little, I guess, where it bites into the bolt. So it would obviously need to be warranted. But again, damn, putting like 150 foot-pounds on a nut is crazy, especially that small. Hey, Shannon. Eric Bonilla, what's going on, buddy? Hey, quick. Icon set went on sale for $70. Yes, and that right there, guys, that sale ends Sunday actually. So I'm gonna try to pick that up tomorrow. I'm gonna do what I got to do. I'm gonna break away from the shop, and I'm gonna go pick those things up for sure. Hey, quick, sup, y'all? Happy Friday. What's going on, Benjamin? How's it going, buddy? I'm trying to say bro and buddy at the same time. It's not coming out right. Mike check. Appreciate you, super. Hey, Ben. Hey, yo, what up, TBSS? How's it going? I saw it. I seen it too. I was like, oh. And I honestly thought, we all thought Snap-on was going to blow the snot piss on Icon. It's weird for me to say, but I was really thinking Snap-on was going to show not its colors. It did show its colors, but I thought Snap-on was gonna let their nuts hang. You know what I mean? I really thought that, and they didn't. This was their chance. It's crazy. It is very crazy. But again, if Snap-on is so great, how come Snap-on slipped on that nylon nut versus Icon? Even though it's an outdated test, but it was a test they came up with. OFC on fucking cool. I don't know what's that mean. Mr. Subaru had to come out and try and defend Snap-on. Yeah, of course he did. But we all seen it. Now, when he had the right size, of course, y'all saw that the icon one slipped before. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. Hello, Miss Evelyn. How you doing? Super glue. You think they super glued it? Nah, they didn't super glue it. They did it right in front of our eyes. And then, this is another thing. This is the crazy part. Once it slipped, of course, they put the icon where the snap-on slipped and the snap-on where the icon was, and the icon still held. Icon really let their nuts hang right there. I bought those wrenches back when I started, and I love them the most. The anti-slip icons, the icon are a good bang for the buck. It sure is. It sure is. I've always thought Subaru was an ignorant, arrogant a-hole. I mean, that's your opinion, Frank the Tank. I won't say nothing like that. Gotta respect. I think everyone should buy what they want and what they think they need to do the job. True, very true. But man, don't hurt your pocket doing it. Don't be a me. All right, I'm here to tell y'all, don't be a me. If we always say when we get guys up in the panel, we always say, get what you can afford. Don't go spending a whole paycheck on a pair of pliers or a pair of wrenches when you could literally get something that's gonna work for now while you're starting out. You need to get the most tools you can for your dollar. And sometimes stepping on the truck just isn't it in the beginning. That's when you start spoiling yourself a little bit. You get a bonus check. Hey, you know what? Let me. I've been seeing these pliers or these wrenches for quite some time. I'm gonna put my bonus check towards that or something. Add. Oh, you got to add. Oh, did you miss something? I only use an open end as a last resort. Same, very same. I mean, what do I use on an open end? I'll use. Oh, this shit's shaky. A sway bar and link, right? To grab the back of the sway bar while I got my impact on it. Alignments to take off the jam nut. But normally if it's on there that tight, you're resorting to something else. Heat. You're going to a different method or a different tool. That's not gonna mess up the nut. We have other options out there, but I don't know. I'm gonna pick up the Icon ball joint press next. How much is that one? Hello, Norman. What's going on, Norman? Even if it was the wrong size, why Icon not slip? That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. Cause Snap-on, okay, y'all help me out because I'm not sure. Like the RBRT wrenches, right? Those are meant for somewhat rounded nuts or bolts or fasteners. And being that these flank drive pluses are contacting the flats of the nut versus the corners of the nut, shouldn't it be able to hold a somewhat rounded nut? It should. I think, in my opinion. She didn't say they were just as good. They claim to be. No, Tarek. She said that. No, actually, she did say they're just as good. Hell, I could probably pull it up. Let me see. I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't quote me on it, but I could have sworn she said that. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on, I can't. Okay, yeah, she said just as good. All right, watch. Let me play this back. I hope I don't get no copyright bullshit, but let's do this. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Snap-on claims to use the best metal available to be heat treated, made in America. And what does Icon claim? We're going to take this design, copy it, make it for 10 cents on the dollar in China, and it's going to be just as good. Not better, but just as good. But the real question is,
she said just as good. Not better, but just as good as Snap-on. That's what I'm talking about. That's crazy. It's crazy. Only $100. Damn, that's not bad. I just got a Harbor Freight. It's because we're talking about it. Damn. You're gonna have to do first thing in the morning. They're gonna go like hotcakes. Oh man, I know. I'm gonna be so mad. Either way, I think even if I buy them at full pop, which is what $140, $150, I'm still gonna purchase them. Because why not? Why not? It's a wrench that's not gonna slip for what I use it for, right? I dig it. Now, the only thing I wish it came, I wish it was, what size is it? 10 or a 9 or something like that to a 19. Let me see real quick. I just wish it went up to a 21 because I do use 21s. But even then, my 21s are, what I use is my Mac Precision Torque, which has that little bite to it also, which is, I like it. I've never had an issue with those. Let's see, Icon non-slip. Oh, it's a 14-piece set. Okay, so what are we looking at? And then they did a box end comparison. I was laughing on that part. I was like, no. Okay, 6 mil to 19 mil. Whoo. And what's the Snap-on one coming at? How many wrenches are in the Snap-on one? Standard hanometric right there. 10 piece, 10 through 19. So you're getting 4 more sizes, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 more wrenches for a fraction of the cost. It's a no-brainer, guys. Icon is pretty good. Gene, what's going on, Gene? Of course. Oh, I on the fucking cool. I don't know. That's my Texas talk over here, bro. Harbor Freight took advantage of all those wrenches on. Yes, dude. Oh my goodness. Yes, they did. Oh, they knew. They're not dumb. And somebody was like, "Oh, they need to give Sherwin Williams, or what's his name? They need to give him a cut or some shit." I was like, "Yeah, probably," because he did the biggest advertisement for Icon on accident. That's crazy. Icon will break. They cheap. Milwaukee much better. Capri is also a better wrench. I don't know, Dave. I don't know. You saw they put a they used that bar and put it in the vise. And he put some weight on it. I don't know how much he weighs. Maybe a cool 170, 180, maybe 200. I don't know. And I mean, it flexed, but it didn't break. I don't know. Be like super fine tool truck tools. Oh, nah, hell no. Last time I got a tool at the pawn shop, man, I got grilled, bro. But that's the thing. I hate getting used stuff. That's just always been me ever since I was little. I hated it. Like, when I don't want to get too much into my personal life, but when I was younger and they tried to get me used, hand me down stuff, I was like, man, hell no, I don't want to be using somebody else's stuff because I never know how it was treated. Been thinking of getting the Capri thin wrenches. Oh, I have those. Yeah, I have those ones. Haven't ever used them. I think I used them once. Because there's one vehicle that to grab the shank on the or to grab the nut on the sway bar end link, it's too thin and you can't get a wrench on there. I rarely come across that one. Then what up, Fluff? What up, hands-on mechanical? How you doing, brother? Baja, how's it going? Baja, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? 200 for Icon ball joint press, looks similar to Snap-on one. I mean, I don't even know how they're coming up with how they're able to get away with this stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, cry. Good evening, everyone. Bill Beckett up in the building. How you doing, Bill? Ball joint press is nothing special. It is better than a basic OTC set, though. Well, I guess Dave's not all the way against them. What is that? I don't know what that is. What was that? What was that, Kev? Well-rounded socket sets of starters. 4 starters? 4 starters. Socket set. If you rely on open-end wrenches every day, go Snap-on. If you have not used them sparingly, go with whatever gets the job done. She said they claim all that shit. Listen to the whole phrase. No, I get it. But here's the thing. We all saw the video, Tarek. We all saw the video. Snap-on. You got some explaining to do. That's all I'm saying. And she also said that Snap-on claims certain things as well, which they do. No matter how it is, they claim. He said, she said, they said. It's just they're. I don't know. It's just yeah. Yeah. She said they claim it, but we saw it. We saw it. I got the large set separately, but they aren't anti-slip grips. Oh, okay. I got you. Precision torque. Precision. Hey, y'all gonna tongue tie me. Mac Precision Torque is very solid wrench. Yes. I have Snap-on 10 through 19, Cobalt up to 25. They are made by William. I use 6 mil on what? Quick. Man, I don't use nothing below. It's rare that I'll use a 7. Rare that I even use an 8 mil. I guess for brake bleeders sometimes, but other than that, not much. Hey, Bill Beckett. Hello, M. The Icon ball joint is similar to the Snap-on one. Main difference is Icon uses ball detents versus Snap-on uses a ring. Oh, okay, gotcha. To use the cup or to hold the cups in. Get Harbor Freight ad right now after mentioning it. That's crazy. I'm a large person. I have put my Capri wrenches through hell. Oh, I believe that. Snap-on hand tools carry the weight of American craftsmanship and labor. Chinese line. Fat cat. I mean, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. And I've said this. Not everything made in the USA is top notch. It's not. That's why, there's companies out there that say the Japanese stuff is better in some cases. I mean, everything, just about everything we own, everything we buy, but just because of the way it is here, we send our products overseas to get made, and then we'll get them back over here and have them assembled. I mean, I had good luck with my old Mac open ends. It is a smaller press than Snap-on and doesn't come with any info on what cups work for what cars. The Snap-on press is much heavier, as are the cups. See, that one I wouldn't know. I just wouldn't know about the ball joint. Because we don't press ball joints. Capri thins work well on the electronic rear brakes, especially with the added thread lock. Do they? I don't think I've even messed with that stuff with the rear brakes yet. Yo, what's good, Fluff? What's going on, Clutch Games? How's it going, brother? After 6 beers, my hey, you're good, Baja. You are good. Is that because you are dang? Also, Icon Press don't have the extra cup sets that is needed for some vehicles. I wonder if you could buy more cups for that set. Because there has to be a company out there that's making them. I was being smart ass on the 6 mil range. Oh, I mean, it's a weird flex. Oh, I got 6, 7, and 8. A 9. Who uses a 9? Which I did the other day. But I mean, it's just you have it for when it's there. Tecton wrench is any good? I have no idea. I had to find and buy 3.5 radar calibrations. Really, bro? 3.5? Okay, if they're going that small, why not just use a Phillips? What the fuck? I'll be 55 tomorrow. Ah, you're not that old, M. Damn. Only thing I wrench is my happy birthday. Whose birthday was it? Oh, yes. Happy birthday, M. Happy early birthday, actually. Thanks, Bill. Capri wrenches are pretty solid. I have thin wrenches. Now, okay, so here's the thing with the Capri. I got the Capri wrenches, just a regular combination. The feel on those, they feel cheap. I'm not gonna lie, they feel cheap. But I mean, they've been holding up for what I need them for, so that's all I care about is if it holds up to what I put them through. Because I mean, I'm throwing my shit around and I impact a lot, and holding the nut and impacting. I mean, it's working. It works. As long as it don't shatter on me, I'm happy. I own the long pattern flank drive plus, and I'd buy them again. 6 to 21. I have the mid length and shorties too. I don't know. I just buy what I want. I mean, and ultimately, that's your decision. Be careful not to confuse Japanese tools with. Well, I know that. I do know that. But what I'm saying is, everything we buy is made in China. Everything. I mean, the computer I'm on, the phone you're watching me on, the computer you're watching me on, whatever you're watching me on, more than likely made in China. Happy birthday, M. Harbor Freight gonna jam out Icon and their money and end it. And warranty will be out the window. Watch and see Harbor Freight does crazy shit over the years. And if they do, they do. At least I got me some wrenches that might last me some time. Hey Don, the set I got comes with 2. Oh, that's wild, bro. That is crazy. Then they come out with new brand and Icon. Yeah, you're thinking they're gonna come out with a new brand and the Icon? I doubt they're gonna do that. Tecton wrenches are Capri wrenches, unless you buy the Michigan version, but they cost more. Ooh. Agree quick. Vietnam is making a lot now. Oh, really? Just have to place a 4mm socket in order to use them. Just had to place them in a 4mm socket to use them. Oh, that's weird. That's real weird. What up, GMM? How's it going, bro? M. All right. Well, since I'm not trying to be on super late, I haven't been sleeping. I'm gonna send out some invites already. Oh, we gonna bring Dave on. Dave, you trying to come on? Who's trying to come on? You and CP. He comes on. Sometimes he comes on. If he sees we're on, he comes on. He'll shoot me a message and stuff. I don't try not to bother him or nothing. What's good, bro? What up, Easy Tech Joe? How's it going, brother? How you doing? Dave's Auto Center. No. Quick wrench. We're gonna battle it out. I will come on. I dug out. You dug out? You did what? Baha. What'd you say? Invite, copy. All right, quick. You got an invite. Who else trying to come on? I'll wait for a little bit. I'll wait for a second. I want to do a video about the wrenches, but I don't know what to talk about. I only have like stuff like Stanley, Husky, and basically, I mean, do it. Do it. It doesn't matter what you have. I mean, just make a comparison, and you know, no matter what, when you compare tools, somebody's always gonna talk shit, even if it's a DIY brand. They're gonna, oh, I've never had an issue with my aluminum foil wrench that I made 10 years ago. I don't know. It's like they say weird stuff. Yeah, I got 3 sets of those sockets off Amazon for like $8. Damn. Send CP a link. Is he in here? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Because CP hates fucking Harbor Freight. Let's see what he got to say if he comes on. I was going to do something and I absolutely forgot. Oh, you're talking to him? Did he do a stream tonight? Was he streaming tonight or not? Hey, can we get some likes up in here, please? Por favor? Por favor? I almost said double tap y'all screen, but, you know, I got so used to going vertical. CP the Tool Addict. Hey, what's up, buddy? $2 super sticker. What is going on? Appreciate the quick little donation. Y'all know I likes that. Oh, it's not giving me the option to like it. What? Pop out chat. I don't know if y'all know this. I'm gonna give y'all some little inside scoops. I had a meeting. Baja, I don't know if you did this also, but I had a meeting with one of the employees from YouTube on the whole shorts gigs, right? And I got an invite to Seattle on the 30th to do it like a in-person creator meetup, which is pretty damn cool. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go out there because I got family coming into town. And even then, I can't travel right now because my son's. So kind of sucks, but oh well. Hopefully next time I'll be able to make it out to one of those events. That'd be pretty cool. Because I tried doing this YouTube stuff way long time ago. Like, well, my channel was created in 2007. And I was doing videos as a kid, trying to post funny shit. And it was always a dream of mine or a goal of mine to become a YouTuber and, you know, go to these events and hang out with other YouTubers. And I don't know why I waited so long to even do this, but yeah. I dragged out my 30-year-old Craftsman socket this week. I was shocked to see how thin and shallow they were for the basic mechanic set, of course. Ratchets suck. My knees have more clear. Hey, buddy, and we're getting up there in age to where our knees are clicking just as we walk, bro. I don't know about you, but man, my knees been aching lately. I have Husky USA combination wrenches that have been pretty good. Like, I can't even. My knees are so bad because from sports and stuff and doing BMX, but like I can't lay on my back and just rest my knees because like once my knees start to hyperextend just a little bit, whoo, it is piercing. I have Husky USA combinations wrenches that have been pretty good. I wish I had older tools like that, but I don't, man. I had like y'all remember the trifold little basic $20 sets that had some wrenches. All they said on them was chrome vanadium or whatever the hell. Yeah, that's the stuff I had. I never really had like other like brands like Huskies and stuff like that. Oops. No what? Snap-on is good for the warranty, correct? Yes, if they show up. See, with me, if I break something on Snap-on, I probably won't get it warranted for a couple years because they don't come to my shop like that. And like this dude refuses to give me a fucking flyer. It refuses. The last time he gave me one, he kind of just threw it on my box and was like, even though you're not gonna buy nothing. I look at him and I'm like, you don't know that. I'll buy the most random shit. You gotta come through.
Who doesn't give you a flyer?
Hell nah.
Who doesn't?
Snap-on.
Oh.
He probably sees my videos. I don't care.
There's nothing special in their flyers ever anyway.
I wouldn't know. Hell, I see a CP post about the Snap-on flyers more than I even see a physical flyer at the shop. He's like one of those that you gotta in order to get a flyer, you come on the truck. And it's gotten to that point.
He an arrogant son of a bitch.
Man, he reminds me of I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna talk shit. Hello everyone, what's going on, CP? I did send you a link. Lucky number 13, thumbs up. Huh? Baja's kind of losing me. Baja, you trying to come on or what? Easy Tech, you trying to come on or what? I will jump on in a minute. I'm driving. All right, bro. We'll be waiting for you. We'll be here for a bit. See if we can get fluffy. You work on concrete all day and wear sneakers. You should upgrade to them. Some Danner boots. Slip on. No ankle support. They cause knee pain. I didn't use comfortable boots, but I just hate boots.
Shoes, don't you?
Yeah. Or basketball shoes. Jordans. But it's not even my feet that hurt though. Like, yeah, I mean I'm big. I'm a big guy, so that doesn't fucking help. But
I wear Red Wings, and I also got a pair of
I just have bad knees.
I've got a good pair of boots from Nick's too. That's American made. They'll even custom make you a boot.
Really?
Around $600. Those are awesome. The boots I have.
That's some coin right there.
Well, I don't buy any fucking Chinese boots. I don't buy Chinese shoes. I mean, I might cut a corner and buy something from Taiwan or Vietnam, but China can suck my, you know what? Dude, you see his hand how it freaking shakes? I touched a fucking icon wrench earlier today, and it's still shaking.
That's how I feel with Snap-on.
Now my Snap-on hand still.
Hey, for real, you know what? I'm gonna do a video. Hey, man, somebody gonna steal my idea. I don't give a damn.
A guy at my shop, every time I forget what he's doing with it. Oh, he's stupid. He keeps doubling up wrenches. So he takes his 19 mil when he's trying to break like a brake caliper bolt loose, like a bracket. Say for some, that's like on a GM vehicle. You really can't get a socket on it.
Don't they have Loctite on those?
Yeah, and he does the double wrench thing, and he'll start pulling on it. He snaps those icons like butter. Snaps open end like butter when he doubles up the wrenches. Just cracks them right off. Then our local Harbor Freight that he goes to gives him
how much ass is he putting him in? Putting into him?
What?
How much ass is he putting into that shit?
Well, he's not that strong because he can't break shit loose. He often asks me to come break it loose, so and I won't use his tools. So I just take my Snap-on wrench, put the fucking box end on it, and I take a hammer and go, bam, break it loose. So why don't you do that? So he tried to do that, and he broke the box end of the wrench.
Well, are those the anti-slips?
Yeah. One thing I will say about the Icon tools, some of them are good, some of them suck, and I think some of them you're just getting plain out ripped off on. Like their torque sockets.
I think which ones?
Torque sockets, their torque bits.
Okay.
They claim their S2 steel, like 3/8 drive set of torque bits or hex bits. They claim their S2 steel. I swear to God, he put those suckers right up next to the Pittsburgh ones in the store. There ain't nothing different about them except one says Icon, one says Pittsburgh. and go test them. You'll break those things like with ease.
That's what I'm saying, though. Some
They're
stuff
not
does
a
feel
Tecton,
cheap.
not equal to Tecton. They're not equal to a Snap-on. They're not equal to Mac. They're not equal to BIM. They're not equal to anybody else producing what they call a S2 steel to a bit. They're junk. I actually have a set right here at my house. They're freaking junk.
Let me see. They're the ones with the black shank, right?
Yeah, they're not fucking anything special. They're junk.
Yeah, I don't. I twisted one in a video and I was like, ooh, like I felt like these were gonna be, oof.
Well, they fell out of their box. Yeah, these guys.
Yeah.
There's if you hold this up to a Pittsburgh, I can't get in front of the camera right. You hold that up to a Pittsburgh, there is nothing different between the two of them, except one says Icon on them, one says Pittsburgh on them. I don't think those are.
You know what it feels like?
They're junk.
You know what it feels like when you're holding it? Like you ever get something that it looks like metal, it kind of feels like metal, but it's just like porous bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what those sockets feel
I'm
like.
not saying the wrenches for the money. The wrenches are probably it's a decent buy. It's an affordable option. They're chrome sockets. I don't know if I would consider them much better than a freaking Pittsburgh socket or a gear wrench or any of that. They do their chrome will chip away. Their ratchets, the Icon ratchet, not bad for the money. Solid ratchet. A guy who works with them every day has never broke them. They got a little more back drag than a Snap-on. They're nice. There's a pretty solid ratchet. Their pliers are all pretty solid. They're diagonal
replicas.
Flush cuts. Their flush cuts honestly work better than the Snap-on flush cuts they copied. To be honest,
do you have Icon tools, or you just see what the guys are using at the shop?
I have a set of Icon flush cuts I bought for my house, but I did notice they cut a fucking zip tie, and they're a little bit better. I think they do a little better job.
Huh? Interesting. That's crazy.
The Icon ball joint press, it's a copycat of a Snap-on. It's not quite as good as a Snap-on. I'm sure it's not as strong as a Snap-on, but I will say it's probably bang for the buck, value for the buck with the amount of ball joints average tech's going to do these days, unless you work on heavy duty truck. And if you work on heavy duty truck, you wouldn't want that set anyway. I would have to say it's probably a good bang for your buck, that $200 set from Icon, that ball joint press.
See, I wouldn't know unless we start working on other makes and models like they want us to.
Their toolbox, questionable for the price.
The Icon one,
I mean,
it's deeper than the US General for sure. It feels a little more sturdy.
25 inches deep.
Yeah, it's like a 5S. You know, it's about the size of a 5S. But I mean, I don't know. When a slide breaks, what are you gonna do? Take the whole box back to the store?
I don't know what their warranty is on the box. Yeah, to be honest with you, I have no idea what their warranty is on the box.
I don't know either.
I know a Snap-on, if you have a Master Series or Epic, it's lifetime warranty on all of it, man. I mean, even
for
like
the original purchaser, right?
Plastic lock and rolls, you know, the old Master Series.
Mm-hmm.
You happen to snap off one of those plastic strips, save that sucker, give it your Snap-on dealer. That's under lifetime warranty. The slides are all under lifetime warranty. The Epics are all under lifetime warranty. Macos are lifetime warranty on what, the 5S and the 6S?
Oh, I thought it was all of them.
I don't know if the 2S is a lifetime warranty. Not on slides and everything.
Oh shit, fuck. I don't know. You got me there.
I think on your
I know like their Chinese cards aren't.
Yeah.
The Jamestown and up
I
is.
think your box.
Yeah.
I think that's lifetime warranty on the slides and the casters and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. That has me wondering. Yeah. Oh yeah, Fluffy man, that would have been a good opportunity. Yeah. One of these days, bro. Good evening, CP. I got family over flashing my
I tell you, good socket set and stuff to buy.
Ooh, rip
especially
something
their
good.
impact nano sockets from Harbor Freight, is that's a good bang for the buck. Is the Quinn sets?
The Quinn.
Yeah.
See, and nobody really talks about Quinn.
Well, Quinn sells a set of the nano impact sockets or whatever you want to call them, and it's the same damn thing as the Astros. They're the exact same socket.
See, I've had my eye on the Astros for quite some time, and I don't even know why I haven't purchased them. Like, it's a $40 socket set.
I think that's that price at Harbor Freight,
But I'm over here.
Bucks less. They're made by
They're under shit.
They're under the Quinn branding though.
Mm.
At Harbor Freight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, GMM. That man, some smoked ribs sound good. Oh, we got a stranger up in here. Hold on, who we got? What up? The new Harbor Freight. This guy.
The one thing I will say I don't like about Harbor Freight and I don't like about the Icon tool line, and I have a buddy that he's actually going to be he's on his last week with Harbor Freight. He's going to another job. He finally got out of the company. He was a regional manager or district manager here in Michigan for Harbor Freight. And he said they're probably never, ever going to do it because they'd have to eliminate too much other product out of their stores. They don't have the room for it. But the biggest downside of Icon tool line is you can't go buy singles. So if you lose it, the only way you might get lucky to buy a single is if it's in a clearance section because they break sets up. But see,
get rid of the Pittsburgh shit.
If you lose the socket out of your set, or you lose your, say, 13 mil wrench, or 10 mil wrench, you left it under the hood of a car, you can't go into Harbor Freight and buy that, just that 10 mil wrench. Now, he told me they're trying to work on a mail order system to buy the singles.
That would be good.
You order it
It's
online.
not a professional grade tool line if it doesn't offer you the professional grade service.
Yeah,
I mean that's the bottom line to it.
They're talking about it. They're talking about doing an online thing, according to my buddy, where you can order individuals online. But some people know about this not being able to buy individuals, and they must be buying sets because I've seen people selling individuals on eBay. And I'm telling you, you want to replace that 13 mil wrench you lost with an Icon 13 mil wrench, you're going to pay the price for it. You're probably going to pay $49.95 for the freaking one wrench on eBay.
So are you buying wrenches based off of Sherwin's video?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No, the price.
Okay. Well, I don't have a dog in the fight because I don't own a bunch of Snap-on wrenches. Like that's the first thing that I try to explain. Which it's really hard to have a conversation with people via online when you're doing comment sections because they're already jumping down your throat. But I went through massive amounts of TikTok hate this week because of ignorance and misinformation and. I just don't. I don't understand why people would base buying a set of wrenches. I will tell you this, and I'm sure people are going to get offended, but I'm sorry, but throughout my time on social media, Harbor Freight people are a stickler to hang on any little thing that they get in their favor. I mean, they will literally.
Oh, I know they're going crazy over this right now.
Didn't Sherwood do on that nylon? First of all, the nylon nut.
It's a salesman. I mean, like
a nylon wrench. A nylon nut is not a Snap-on wrench was designed to take off. They're designed to take off grade A bolts.
I don't necessarily love Snap-on all the time because dealers are jackasses, but I definitely don't agree with I'm not going to take some salesman's test. I mean, that was designed by Snap-on.
That's what I'm saying, and they even that wrench was too big for that nut.
Didn't he use a 13 mil versus a half inch?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Even though it was the wrong size,
why didn't he use a half inch Snap-on?
Because he didn't know. Because Sherwin's an idiot.
Not only that, the Snap-on rep didn't know either.
Yeah, well, Sherwin's playing for views. This is what I hate about social media. And once again, I'm sorry if people don't like what I got to say because it's the truth, but you cannot literally do anything honestly on the internet anymore because people literally do shit for views. They want to show shit for views because social media prompts them up and they're going to get paid for it. That's the bottom line. I haven't done a video all week because I don't want to be a part of it. It's exactly the reason why I haven't done anything because I don't want to be a part of this circus. That's what it is. It's a circus. It's a bunch of clowns doing a bunch of shit for a circus. Mr. Subaru, Royalty Automotive, back and forth. And I did some TikTok stuff, and I only did that because I was testing the waters. The most insufferable people on the world are on TikTok. That's all there is to it. And if people don't like what I got to say about it, I don't care. I mean, because I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, I still make my money doing my job. Not what people on, not by social media. Social media doesn't pay me to make a living. My job is done by the quality of work that I do and my life, and I live by those values and morals. That's the fact.
I will say it has persuaded me into buying them. But the fact that they're on sale right now, $70,
yeah.
I'm game.
Well, it's kind of odd. It's kind of odd. Here's the thing is, it's kind of odd that this all came up at that time, that they went on sale. And Sherwood, I literally caught him lying. Flat out. I have the screenshots and everything. He's a fucking liar. Okay? He literally said that he didn't beg Harbor Freight for tools. He tagged him in a post in his video and said Harbor Freight should send my text tools. And then literally on an Instagram post told me he didn't ask Harbor Freight for tools. Huh. He's a liar. I used to respect the guy, and I valued his opinion as a diagnostician. But I think he's full of shit. I think he's full of smoke and mirrors. And his son is leading the way for him to do it. I don't care if people don't like what I got to say. I haven't been wrong very much before. So it all comes out in the end. And that's why I make video evidence about it.
Hey, I just had something to say real quick. Hey, Joe, you know Matco doesn't make anything, right?
Yeah, they do. They make a toolbox.
Well, they do make the toolboxes, so you know that's something. I guess.
Bands, bro.
Sergio just had to say that.
Yeah, he had to.
Yeah, he had to do that.
I think he made a joke on one of my videos about that recently.
Yeah,
I made a video about it recently.
Yeah.
Let's
appreciate that DLC for the $10 donation. I very much appreciate it, brother.
You get them all on, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, we lost Joe. What happened? Oh, the other Joe. Oh shit, we got 2 Joes on tonight.
We can get the whole mess of people online. I'd love to start calling people out right and left. I got no problem.
That's for Mexican. I have a beard, and unless there's only a few hours from Seattle, I can go.
Whether it comes down to getting free tools or getting views, so many people are skewed on what they say about shit on social media anymore. It's a damn cesspool.
Dude, it's just like the RBRT stuff, right?
Yeah,
it's like, exactly. It's off 80% rounded. What the fuck is 80% rounded mean?
How do you judge that?
Yeah, like
throwing out some gifts.
Cool, like it'll take out kind of straight the holes, but like, how do you quantify what 80% rounded is? Like
80% rounded, you're not going to get it the fuck off with the TED tool.
At that point, just put a set of vice grips on it and take it off that way.
You know,
right?
Salesmen
or
like
a twist socket or turbo
salesmen are like toilet. Okay, the minute you flush them, they'll change the water. Okay, that's exactly what everybody needs to understand. Sales. I was literally in the sales game. That's what I hated about being a Mac tool dealer, is listening to the sales crap that they try to get you to do, tote and promote, all this stuff and these gimmicks that they make you do to try to sell stuff. It's all propaganda, brainwashing. Harbor Freight is doing it to the customers. Snap-on does it to the customers. It's all been doing it for years, and people and social media is now doing it too. And it's terrible. It really is. I hate seeing my fellow man being tricked into, you running out and spending $70 on wrenches. Do you really need those wrenches, Fluffy? I mean, you've been in the game for a while. You don't have any wrenches?
Not those. I ain't got those.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why are people going out? I literally listened to a guy go, I'm 35 years in the business, and I bought Harbor Freight wrenches. I bought the Icon metric and standard. Dude, you've been in it for 35 years and you don't have metric and standard wrenches? Come on, bro.
I got something.
But here's the thing, CP. Here's the thing. We all do it though. I mean, look at everybody who has hundreds of different sockets of different brands and ratchets of the same brand, just different colors. And
no, I get what you're saying. It's like okay, they're wrenches, but it's like, I mean, if you need them, you need them. Like if you're new, like they're a solid set of wrenches for what, $70?
Yeah, but, I
Are they
mean,
the best?
torque
And
test,
and if I don't like them,
Definitely not the worst.
I put them in my toolbox here at the house.
torque
Hey,
test
yeah.
channel definitely proved a legitimate test that the Icon wrenches made it in the top 5 or whatever in the wrenches. The RBRTs were the best, then Wright, then Snap-on, then Carlisle, then Icon. And that's all.
Oh, hail RBRT.
Yeah, all
I
RBRT.
do have one-
What's going on, Joe?
I do have one comment to clutch games though.
That's all Sergio's deal, bro. That's 100% his coin for me.
Clutch Games made a comment that Icon is a great entry level tool with a good warranty. Other than being able to get single items, I would put Icon, Gear Wrench, and Capri, etc. Each have their own advantage along with being affordable. Don't ever discount. What I'm trying to say here is don't ever discount. If you really want a good warranty, a solid tool for the money, affordability, you want everything you just mentioned there, and will support a American-based company, deal with Tecton.
Yeah. But the thing
Tecton,
is,
you need a warranty something. You just
I think what Harbor Freight was kind of cornered as compared to, like, say, the tool trucks. Though the tool trucks, you can meet them. Is in terms of warranty, is that you can. There's what, 1 million fucking Harbor Freights.
right, there's 1,500 Harbor Freights now.
Like,
Yeah.
like there's unless you live in BFE somewhere, but like you live in any metro area, there's a Harbor Freight within 15-20 minutes of you, right? But
Yeah.
then anybody, or near anybody.
Well,
So it's like if you're working on that Saturday, oh shit, my wrench broke or whatever.
But
All right, let me go grab this real quick.
What if they
here's
don't
the
have,
problem, though, that everybody
they don't have
overlooks
it in
with this.
stock?
But here's the problem that everybody
Then
overlooks
you go
with
to a
this
different one.
is
What if they don't
that
have it in stock? What
if they only have 5 sets of wrenches in there and 5 guys break wrenches, then they're not getting that 15 millimeter because they don't stock enough inventory. And you have literally hundreds of thousands of people in America right now buying these wrenches, okay? And then you have professional technicians that want to buy these wrenches. Okay, so at some point they're gonna bottleneck, and now they've got all these people trapped into buying these tools. I'm just trying to give people an honest perspective. Like, you have to think about it logically. Like, do you want to put yourself in that position? Because all that is it's trickery to get you in to buy the tools. That's the whole point, If we can get people to come in and buy the horse, they won't think about feeding it, watering it, all the things that they have to do it, trimming its nails. We just want to sell them on the horse. Oh, this horse is great. It's the fastest horse out there. I mean, that's
But
the whole point.
that goes to say with everything though. Everything that's
Yeah,
pitched.
but Snap-on, that your tool dealer and Snap-on and companies like that are set up to do that. I know from being a Mac dealer, they give you inventory for replacing broken stuff. Now there is time,
Right, but there's also that chance that like your tool dealer's not going to have that tool that broke. Like,
right, especially rare one or something. Yes, it happens, but we're talking about wrenches. I've never ever walked onto my Snap-on truck and not been able to get a 10 millimeter, a 15 millimeter, a 13 millimeter. And I don't know why we're always talking about Snap-on, because there's other tool companies out there, guys.
it's the biggest.
A good alternative to affordable tools that are good quality tool, and they're an American-based company, is Tecton Tool. And even if you don't have them available locally, you just go on their website. The delivery process is exceptional. Their warranty process is exceptional. And you're supporting an American company. I don't care if the stuff's coming from Taiwan. It's
What's
American
the,
company based out of
By that logic, though,
how long does it take?
3 days. I've gotten as fast as 3 days.
3 days. Okay.
Yeah, and
It's
I've been
awesome.
saying
Your average school truck guy will turn it around.
I warrantied out from Tecton, and I got it actually faster than you, Joe, because I got mine in a day.
Yeah, but you're probably closer though.
Yeah, they're Michigan and I'm in Iowa, but it's definitely a 24-hour trip. But I mean, if you're in that area, think about it though. Even Capri though, I had stuff I warranted from Capri. As bad as I hate them, it took 2 days from California to get here. So that's pretty respectable. I'm in Midwest. I will tell you, Midwest for LTL and logistics, and I know because I was in LTL. Logistically, the Midwest is a little bit set up better because East Coast travels to the Midwest and West Coast stops are in the Midwest for traveling north and south. Yeah, right in the middle. So it's kind of,
I'm gonna take a side towards CP here. It's like, here we got an Icon tool right there that you can read the words backwards on, if I got a problem with this screwdriver, whatever the reason is, it's a 40 minute drive with traffic across town to go stand in a line with a bunch of buttfuck farmers. Sorry if you're a farmer, but I'm standing in a line with a bunch of other people who just got off work. They're smelly, they're hungry, they're angry, they're arguing with 2 cashiers when they have 5 registers that they can run. They only got 2 people to run them. It's like being in a Joanne fucking Fabrics where they got 8 registers and 1 person running the storefront.
I mean,
you're gonna wait.
Walmart.
So you're gonna wait in line
Yeah.
for an hour to warranty this, folks. I make a living with tools. I'm making over $30 an hour. I don't want to wait. I don't want to drive across town, waste gas, waste time. This is 2024. We're going into 2025. I'm going to get on my goddamn cell phone. I'm going to text my dealer and I'm going to say, I broke a tool. Here's the part number. I'll see you in 3-4 days. If it's a Tech 10, I take a picture of it. I get it within 3 or 4 days.
But what if you need it now?
If I need it now, I'm going to go to the, I'm going to reach across the aisle and I'm going to talk to another technician. I'm going to borrow a tool because I'm not a fucking asshole to my fellow brethren in the shop, and they're going to loan me a tool for the day.
I'll be honest with you, after almost 30 years of doing this, anything that I know I have broken, and I like say like a T30. You think I only got one T30 or one T50?
No.
Dude,
Okay, so say
I got 4 or 5 of them in my box.
So say, okay, like me, for instance, I have a lot of tools that nobody else has.
I've never broke a wrench.
So if I break a tool that nobody else has, because we have a lot of green guys in the shop right now, I'm fucked.
Yeah, there's
different circumstances.
Yeah, there's a lot of different circumstances. I will say
there's times when it is, but I can give you a actual story with my Matco dealer. So this is you, Fluff. This was a Matco dealer. This was Randy Savage came to the rescue. Okay, that's his code name. First name Randy, last name Savage, and I needed 11 millimeter hex to do a brake job, and I just blew out my 11 millimeter trying to break torque on this bracket bolt. And it was 9 o'clock at night, working the graveyard shift. I was working nights. And I was like, Randy, are you up? And he's like, yeah, I need an 11 millimeter 3/8 hex. You got something? And he's like, I ain't getting in my fucking truck, but you know where I live. And so
I have the ability to do the same thing, Joe.
Yeah,
that's
so
badass.
I drove 20 minutes across town and got me a
Mac
tool.
dealer and my Matco dealer. My Matco dealer could ride my bike to his house.
I could walk to my Matco's house.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, yeah, I think the same reason why people go to Harbor Freight is the same reason why guys like us go on the tool truck. It's because of the quote unquote warranty, the convenience. Like you said, 1,500 Harbor Freights. But for us, hey, the tool truck guy comes, he gets my phone number. I can text him any hour of the day.
Yeah, there's that.
There was literally an instance 2 weeks ago where I fucked up on the job, right? And I stripped the boat out. I did not have an extractor set. But right when that incident happened, the Snap-on dealer just so happened to walk up into the damn shop. And guess what he had? An extractor set. Now, me being a tool guy, I know damn well I could have went to Irwin and got the same extractor set for $155.
Right.
But his extractor set was like $400. But guess what? He was there. I needed it, so I got it.
At least you have a dealer that
right
comes
here in the
around.
chat, not to cut you off, Fluff, but right here in the chat, Kevin's Bubble's saying the exact same thing. He's like, you know what your time is worth.
Right.
I make more money staying in my stall and pumping out work.
Right.
So
Who said that?
Well, it's different for me because, like, I've
Keith's
called
Mobile Automotive. Yeah, he's 5 from the bottom right now. But the idea is stay in your stall, make money. If you are mobile mechanic, if you are a single person and you can afford to lock the shop up for an hour and run across town, then that's within your budget. Okay. But I don't have that ability. So I just say, okay, if I can't borrow it, I make the phone calls, I get it done.
Yeah, and what you said about the 9 o'clock thing, Harbor Freight closes at 8 o'clock, and I will be honest, like if I have had a dealer, all my dealers, in fact, have helped me out at midnight. My Snap-on dealer, we were working on a race car, which it wasn't mine, but I didn't want to be involved with it anyways. We were working on a race car. I had to be there next day, and it was midnight, and we broke a torque wrench and needed a torque wrench to get the heads back down. And the Snap-on dealer was like, "No problem, dude. Just come to my house, and you can't call Harbor Freight and get that. Hell, you can't even barely go into Harbor Freight and talk to those people and tell them what a torque wrench is. Hey, I'm looking for a torque wrench."
Yeah, but here's the thing. Is he gonna do that for everybody, or is he gonna?
There's a lot of. Well, I mean, depends on what kind of customer you are, Fluff. I mean, are you gonna?
If they smell money, they're gonna jump
honestly,
on it.
my Snap-on guy, even the Mac guy too, he's like, dude, if you need anything on a Saturday, you're doing a job and you can't find what you need anywhere else, fucking call me. Like, he's like,
if you're a legit customer, like, and you buy stuff and you're not like a pile of crap that doesn't pay him and stuff like that, I've never had a dealer, even though I hate my Snap-on dealer, he's literally helped me out. Like, I'm not a big fan of him. I mean, but at the end of the day, he has been a stand-up guy at some retrospect.
I will say one thing. I think my Snap-on guy has the best name though. His name is Jim Junk.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And folks, like, you don't have to put your tool guys' kids through college.
No.
Honestly.
We don't?
No.
Yeah, no, man. You just gotta
Are you sure?
But it's so fun.
Show respect for the industry. Take the flyer, shake their hand, say not interested today. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, why do people feel like they're have to buy Snap-on? Nobody's
Like,
forcing them to.
I have a guy who buys like maybe one or two things off the Mac Tools truck every single year, but he's so nice to the guy, and when he needs something, I swear that tool dealer just bends over backwards. He's like, "Yeah, man, I got you." Why? Because he's nice. He shows respect. He doesn't want the flyer, but he takes it. He accepts it. He puts it on his box. It goes in the trash as soon as he turns his back. I guarantee it. But he lets him do his sermon, just like kind of like when Mormons knock on your door. You're like, "Okay, yeah, thanks. Okay, I'm not interested today. I'll take your pamphlet, shake their hand, and you shut the door."
Hold on, I'll be right back.
You guys have much better control.
But it's just too easy to get into the internet hype and just slam the door on tool guys.
Well,
as soon as you start slamming doors, that one time you need a handout, you ain't gonna get it.
You know what?
That's
really the problem with the internet is that you got 70,000 mechanics or technicians in the United States, right? And we're all depleting. And yet you got this video on TikTok getting 8 million views, and there's 120,000 people that are making comments. Something don't add up here, boys. You know, I mean, are you seeing it? Like, there is a bunch of people giving unsolicited advice that have never ever stepped on a tool truck in their entire life, and they're arguing about things that they know nothing about. There's a word for that. You know what they're called? Sciolists. Sciolists are people who talk about something they have no clue what they're talking about. Yeah. And that's exactly what these people are. Just a loads of sciolists that have never even experienced a tool truck or even been a mechanic in their life.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I gotta put my daughter to bed.
Yeah. Go do dad stuff.
I'll try to jump on in a little bit.
I fall to pure pressure. I went
See you
into
guys.
I felt the pure pressure. I went into Harbor Freight because I was in an area where they were like right there, and I just needed AA batteries. I'm like, I know they're junk, but they're cheap. You know, and the lady's like, "That's it? That's all you're gonna buy?" You know, so I turn around, get a freaking screwdriver set of stupid sockets. I'm the same way in the Snap-on truck. I get on there and he says, I tell him I want a CT861 and I want that long neck cordless ratchet. And he goes, "That's it?" And I'm like, give me both the short and the long. So I end up like $3,000 in one trip on the Snap-on truck.
Hey, I got a great similar story. Like right here, I got it on my desk because I just brought it home because I got it this week. But this is a Mac Tools 132 piece bit set here, and this is the nice one with this is the proto set. But here we go. We got the spinner handle and we got the T handle right here with all the little bits and pieces. And the little freaking wing nut adapter that
love
you'll
that thing.
never use unless
What
you
up,
go
BFT?
to
What up, Juan?
unless you go to your 3-time extended grandma's house. I don't know,
I
but
use it all the time, Joe. I'm not
yeah.
even kidding you.
dude, it's like that set is new on the truck for at least 130, 135 bucks. But I was straight with the tool truck dealer, and I said, I'm never gonna pay that. But if you ever see it for under 100, or somebody trades one in, just bill it to my account and bring it straight to my box.
Right.
Because that's what it's worth to me. Today, or like just last week, he's like, hey, I got one, 89 bucks. Your name's on it.
Hey,
There you go.
He said somebody ordered it and I can't move it. It's been sitting on my
like
truck
this
for a month.
Lyle- It's like
He's like,
those Lyle,
just buy it. I want to break even.
It's like those new Lyle disconnect pliers they came out with this with 60-degree angle, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
My Mac dealer. Oh, he's been I've been
I
lucky.
forgot about those.
I've been lucky because I've had the same Mac dealer now for 29 years. So every job move I've made, he's still had been on my route. And he knows me. The minute he got him in, he walks in on a Wednesday. Hey, how you doing, Dave? And he sets him right on my box. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Jim. Didn't even ask him for him, but he already knew.
I forgot about.
I knew I didn't
Damn.
have him, and I was going to buy him. He's not like my Maco dealer. It's a jackass and walks in the shop and shows me, hey, I got a set of 1/4-inch dry freaking sockets on sale, or this or that, or screwdriver set. You trade your screwdrivers in, I give you $50 credit. Like, I'm not trading in my Snap-on screwdrivers that I almost never use to buy a set of Maco screwdrivers that I'm never going to really use. I mean, how often do we use a screwdriver these days?
It's
We
rare.
don't. Not much.
Yeah.
But my Macco dealer is an idiot. He comes in with all this handful of shit all the time, all basic bullshit hand tools. Like, dude, you don't think after 29 years I don't have this stuff?
Hey, yeah, I'm a firm believer that the tool truck dealer makes the tool truck. Like, I only buy from certain tool trucks because of who the dealer is. You know what I mean? Like, I used to hate Mac tools because I didn't like the dealer until I got a new Mac tools dealer.
My
You see what I'm saying?
That's why
My
I
Mac tool
feel
dealer
so
is
strongly against Snap-on.
My Mac tool dealer is awesome. If I want my Mac tool dealer, if you get on his truck, if you want to buy Milwaukee, he's got Milwaukee. You want to buy DeWalt, he knows some like yellow, some like red. He's got DeWalt. You want to buy gray pneumatic impact sockets, he's got them. You want Sunex, he's got Sunex.
Yeah.
You want Mac
Come with
American
ours.
USA made, he's got it. You want Mac Taiwan stuff, he's got it. You want Calvin, I mean Lyle, you name it. His truck is just packed. I should do a video on it one day. Ask him if he minds if I do a walk around on his truck video, because it says Mac on the outside, but it's got everything you can imagine on the inside.
Huh.
He's got cheap if you want it. He's got USA if you want it. He's got whatever it takes to keep his wheels rolling and his business going and keep his customers happy. That's what he does.
So check this out. I don't know if this is true or not, but we recently heard of one of our previous Cornwall dealers. I guess they have to sell so much Cornwall stuff, right? And if they buy outside of Cornwall too much, that goes against their contract.
Yes, that's what
I heard a lot of BS. Yeah, I heard a lot of BS about that.
If
So
you have
apparently,
my Mac dealer,
that's what happened to this guy.
Yes, my Mac dealer. He says he hasn't signed a contract with Mac Tools since he started 30 years ago.
Let me elaborate on that because I know exactly what that is. So here's the deal: if you are a Nissan dealer and you're starting to work on Toyotas, would it be okay with Nissan for you to do that? Like, let's say 90% of your Toyotas were, or 90% of your customers were Toyotas. You think Nissan would be okay with that?
Fuck, I mean, realistically, no.
That's where that's coming from, because it's at the end of the day, you're still branded by that company.
But we do sell used cars and we do work on our used cars. So.
Right, but you got to buy so much product in order to get your volume discount.
To be a dealer, like Nissan, you have to be part of, like Joe, you work at Subaru, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Them when you know what I mean, like you have to have so many Subarus. Like they're not every company is like this. This is why billionaires control the world. So with Matco, like my Matco dealer, for instance, he got in trouble because he was buying a bunch of Milwaukee and selling it, and they said, "Hey man, how come you're not buying Milwaukee from us?" Well, you're robbing them. They're crooks. I mean, Matco's charging the dealer, an exorbitant amount of money where he can go out and buy Milwaukee basically from Home Depot at the retail price that they're selling it at for what Matco's charging him, and like he can't make any money, right? Because he can't sell the Milwaukee at a fair price.
That
So
shit's
he
crazy.
could buy it through a dealer like
Not
somebody.
GMM.
We could buy it through somebody else. So they got well, you have to maintain buying so much stuff from us, because you're under contract for 5 years with us, which you want to maintain a relationship with a company that warranties your tool. So, it's no different than with anything. All these companies have you think Costco doesn't have a contract with Sony when they buy TVs? Of course they do. They say they're going to buy so many TVs, they're going to buy so many TVs. That's how it works in the world. Everybody's under some sort of contract when you're talking about money involved. That's just the facts of life.
Sad though.
Well, I mean, it's not as free a country as you believe it is. That's the sad part too.
No, I definitely agree.
But are we freer than other countries? Yes. Okay, you can just calm down now. What are you doing now?
Also, and Hustle, how long you been in the game? Are you DIY or you do this professionally? I'm gonna blast through the comments real quick, guys, and get a couple of them done.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill. Buy the tool that fits your budget. I agree there. Fluffy would work on concrete all day. Wear sneakers. You should upgrade to down boots and slip-on boots too. Ankle sport causes knee pain. Joe, I'm telling you, I've put my body through some stuff. So
yeah, everything you
just laying down hurts sometimes. Mac Tools doesn't give me flyers anymore. We lost Matco and Gear Wrench. Only Snap-on that's consistent. Mac like every other week. Damn, you kind of get. I feel like when that happens, you kind of get cornered into a certain truck.
Yeah, well,
But
I mean, like
it happens. So
JD Pico is like one of the only, and I'm not to promote him or nothing, but like JD Pico is one of the only people that's an independent tool dealer that literally can buy tools from people, but still he has to go through ISN, and ISN controls what he gets and what he doesn't get. They can say you're not buying this product from me. I mean,
I got you.
I mean, it is a cutthroat world. Like most people don't understand how business works behind the scenes, but it's way worse than a lot of people realize. The controlling things that you go through in order to be in business, you have to jump a lot of hoops, and it gets worse the deeper you get into it. I mean, as a guy that's working for himself, me to buy parts, do you think I get the same discount that the Chevy dealership gets? Hell no. Why is that fair? Why is that? Why? So I can't be competitive, with another shop because they do a bigger volume. It's all based.
Ain't that crazy though?
I mean, why aren't they giving out the same discount to everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
For parts. That's the price of tea in China, boys. Nothing's fair in this world.
Companies help out companies, but when it comes to consumers,
man, they're all dirty and behind. The worse you get, the farther you get up the chain, Fluffy. I'll tell you this. I used to say I wish I could go back to being a kid again, because somebody told me the other day, what your problem is, Chad? You know too much, and you're 100%, and that's 100% the truth. The more you know doesn't necessarily make you better off in life, because
fucks you up.
Yeah, exactly, and it does mess me up because I can't look at things the same way everybody else does anymore.
Yeah,
because I got it. Like, I was ruined when I was a Mac dealer. You know how much of a Mac guy I was before I became a Mac guy?
Dude, y'all ruined me when y'all told me that Matco didn't make Matco tools.
Right. Well, I mean, that's just it, though. That kind of stuff, you literally love something, like you love something. Like, but let's say it was a kid. Okay, let's say this is what it's like. I mean, it's not the same, but, like you literally have a kid and you go through all your life and then find out that kid wasn't yours. I mean, that's kind of that's what you get destroyed. And I was in a Mac dealer and I walked in. Here I was, this kid. My great uncle was a Mac dealer, and I was like, dude, I love Mac tools. Man, I bought a Mac toolbox and I bought all this Mac stuff, and I was a huge Mac tool fan, huge. And then I go sell tools for him, and then I find out that Stanley imports stuff from Japan and China, and like the last remaining factory does hand tools in Dallas, and like there's hardly anything they make. And I'm like, what the shit? And dealers were cutting off made in China stickers back then. This is like late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, damn.
So, like you didn't know. That was when this all started. See, the thing about it is this has been going on for over 2 decades now, right? Like this whole importing tool stuff. This didn't happen overnight. We've destroyed our economy, our manufacturing and tool industry for over 2 decades. This isn't new. And the problem is it's just continuing to get worse until we're just in this global funk where all we do is buy tools from third world countries that make them cheaper. Vietnam, Taiwan, China, and Japan, which would be the best choice of them all.
I mean, to go along with that, I don't want to bring politics and economics into the conversation so
It all
heavy,
ties
but,
in now.
but I mean, aren't we kind of forced being with the way the economy is right now? Aren't we kind of forced into buying
Yes
what
and
we
no.
can for our dollar?
No, man. It's let's not go down the politic route like you said. We're going to keep our hands clean of this, but my saying is always vote with your dollar. Okay.
Well, that's
if you're going to bleed red, white, and blue, and you're going to talk about jobs in America and supporting your fellow patriot, then do the due diligence and seek out products that support your neighbor. Okay.
Right.
But if you just want to get by in life and you are trying to support your family, you do what you got to do to survive. But you just know whose bread you're putting on the table. Okay. You're buying, if you're buying Chinese knockoffs, know that you're putting bread on somebody else's table. You're not putting it on your neighbor's table. That's all it is. Just be honest what you're buying.
Well, I get that.
well, it's
We
not
buy-
really.
We
We're not
buy,
really going down
we
the
buy enough rice in this country. We don't have to buy Chinese tools.
We buy enough.
Well,
rice.
see, the problem with that is that a lot like I don't know who said it earlier, but the company can be a USA based company. They're just made in Taiwan or something like that. And the problem with that is that people who I'm not nearly as knowledgeable as CP is about everything as far as that is concerned, but I know enough to understand that part of it. And a lot of people that don't understand that you say that, hey, this is a USA based company as far as the company itself of who you're buying from. But then they look at it and say, no, this is made in Taiwan. I made a video about power buying tools a while ago. And I said, hey, this is a USA based company. And somebody tried to call me out and was like, no, it's not a USA based company. The tools are made in Taiwan. I didn't say the
Right.
tools was made in the USA. I said the company, like who you're buying from, is made in the USA. So it's like you really have to look at it in that terms too, because as far as I'm concerned, like, okay, it's a USA based company. I'm buying from this company. The tools, the factory they're using is in Taiwan. You know what I'm saying? So you have to look at it in that perspective too.
Well, a lot of people say that's why. A lot of people say that's why you should support Harbor Freight, because of all the jobs they provide here in the United States of America. Now, let me ask you one question: how often do you go to your local Harbor Freight? How often do you see the same damn employees in there? You're not going to see the same employees in there.
It's not a skilled trade position.
Eric Schmidt pays like shit. You make more at McDonald's than you do at Harbor Freight.
Well, I mean, the thing is, not going to politics, but if you look at the fact that if we actually add skilled trade jobs and entice people to be educated and we elevate people's experience and whatnot, we are going to become a better country. That's how we were back in the. I'm not saying everything was perfect, but I mean, Henry Ford and everything he did, those values. I mean, this is why Japan is succeeding right now, because they invest in their people. Okay. And that's the thing, is we're not investing in our people when we use global products. Like, we're investing in warehouses, and they're not skilled jobs. They're just putting people on forklifts. And I know people make memes about forklift certified. And what's funny is and then yet they talk about getting jobs at Harbor. I mean, the hypocrisy is so.
Are you trying to say that forklift certified is the same thing as being a specialist?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, I mean, I guess that's what the. I guess
There's an
that's what,
inside
that's
joke
where
there,
the main,
folks.
Forklift certified means your eyesight's good enough, your coordination's good enough, and your hearing is good.
I assume that's where it all started from, Joe. I actually don't know how the forklift, but I'm assuming it's a facetious, terminology, because they're making fun of
Forklift
forklift.
certification is a real thing. You have to be
I
able to
understand.
hear.
I was forklift certified too, but I'm assuming somebody along the line had flexed their, tried to flex themselves by saying I'm forklift certified. Watch out, I know what I'm doing.
To me, forklift certified, because I had to be forklift certified for the military, and it's the equivalent of this saying like I went to a defensive driver course for cheaper insurance.
You're a professional driver.
I mean, you can teach a lot of
All
people
I mean,
about
it's a safety course, folks. It's you just go through the motions of what not to do with the forklift and how not to kill other people and be a liability for the company. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Is it
But
the
I want to touch on J-Dub's comment real quick. J-Dub, I don't think that nylon is spreading other cheaper wrenches either. It's more on the grip that they're biting into it. But yes, it is a bad test.
Yeah, it's not the way to. You know what? It's not the way to buy the wrenches. Like it's not. That should not be
more aggressive teeth on it, and it gets caught in that nylon, and that's why it broke it loose.
The thing that irritates me the most is people are wanting to buy the wrench based off that. And honestly, this is what makes us dumber. And that's what irritates me the most about things is that stuff like this is what makes it. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm being controlling because I can't control the world and I can't control that video and I can't control anything. Everything's out of my power. It's not. But the fact of the matter is I want people to. My whole basis, a misunderstanding of me usually is my passion for wanting to help people.
Pittsburgh wrench, right? Pittsburgh with the snap on.
CP, I'm following your logic right there, but don't put yourself down because there's as a consumer, as a consumer and as a citizen to this country, there's one thing that you do have complete control in your entire life, and they can never take it away, and that's what you spend your hard-earned money on.
Right.
And that's what everybody needs to take away from this. It's whatever you spend your money on is what makes you happy.
I just want to
tell that to the guys in the comments.
Hey, I definitely agree with that. I tell people
our
that
pockets like crazy. Bro.
Hey, I tell people that all the time because I'm like, hey, bro, just like I literally I just posted a video today. I literally just bought. Well, I'm making payments on, of course, because I'm not rich. But I literally just bought the Snap-on Stubby 3/8 CT 9038. Honestly, I didn't need it. To be honest, I didn't need it. I wanted it. It's plain and simple. I just wanted it, right? And so I'm like,
for that though.
What's that?
Shannon.
You're allowed to do whatever you want to.
Exactly, and that's my point. Like I have the Wall 3/8. I have a Snap-on, the little Snap-on dual trigger 3/8. I just like, hey, I want to know what this is about, so I bought it, right? And in the comments, of course, people are already, oh no, the new M12 is coming out and it's cheaper, it's stronger. I know this. You're not telling me nothing I don't already know, but guess what? I wanted it, so I bought it. Plain and simple. That's literally the only excuse I need.
I still spend money whenever I find those M12 OG 3/8. Okay, like the first version that came out, I find them for like $70 to $100, and I'll buy it every single time I see it. And I have 4 of them right now, and I fucking love them. I know that they're underpowered compared to the other M12 3/8 impacts out there, but you know why I like them is because they're small, they're narrow, they're light, and when I'm building engines, I got a socket dedicated to every single one, and I just pick up the tool and I rock and roll. I'm not pulling sockets off of impacts. I'm like, I got a 10, 12, 14, 17, and I'm like, bam, 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 dual wielding it. Okay, like a gunslinger.
People,
who saw that video?
The stubby craze with these impacts is going the wrong direction. And I don't understand. I think it's all driven because they're being set up for construction workers, right? They're not being set up for automotive technicians. Obviously, the cordless tool companies can give a shit less about being driven towards automotive guys. Let's understand that right now. None of these tools they do some oil resistant stuff, but that's only because they have to because of the automotive guys that do destroy tools. But at the end of the day, stubby impacts are not usually always the best for automotive work, where the CT 761 or 861 is a very nice tool to get into a narrow spot where you don't have to use an extension, or you can get down into, I don't know. I just like using it. It seems like to me it works better for automotive applications in a lot of instances because of the long, skinny nose cone on it, where you know,
CT861 is awesome. I have 2 of them.
yeah.
You're definitely right about that. I tell people that's the reason why I got it. I had the stubby DCF, the stubby atomic, DeWalt's, the DCF 923, and I bought the CT861 specifically because of the narrow nose of it. So that's why I got it.
Do you find yourself-
And even though I'm not in automotive, I'm a diesel tech that works on semi trucks. It still comes in handy when I'm under the cab working on certain vehicles. Now the
do you-
stubby does help a lot in certain situations for a diesel tech. Now I don't work on cars, to be honest, so I really wouldn't even know. But but for a diesel tech, they both come in handy. But that CT861, that narrow nose, definitely is a game changer.
But I mean, how many times have you caught yourself with a stubby? And I want anybody to answer this, especially if you're working on stuff. I find myself putting an extension on it, which annoys me a lot of times with a stubby because I can't reach or something because I'm either using a deep well, trying to use a deep well, and I'm just not there, and I need a 1-inch extension. Like that's the one thing that annoys me about the stubby impacts is that they're sometimes just not really all that nice to use. They're too compact in the front to back section. Like my hand's running into something and I need a extension. That's where I like using the CT861 at.
I just posted a link. Y'all go check out where they compare these wrenches and see what the Snap-on guy does when he grabs the flank drive.
Well, I already heard flank. I already seen a video or picture.
Who's this?
When they're using icons. Was there an icon wrench that wasn't a flank drive wrench? Because as far as I know, I never know icon never made a wrench that wasn't a flank drive wrench.
I have no idea.
There's pictures surfacing where they're saying that they're using icon wrenches that have no jaws on them, that aren't.
Oh, I like that.
Shifting gears here, I just got those new Vim tools in that have no warranty. Anybody seen those yet?
What ones?
Are you talking about the
It's
the one with the ratchet heads? The ratchet heads?
Yeah.
Oh no, they actually changed those warranty out. They made a video last week. They put it out and said they now have a lifetime warranty because of everybody complaining about it. So they actually just changed that as of last week.
Why would they murder themselves?
It's
crazy.
honestly, they did a demonstration video. So basically, you can get just the flex head now, and it has a 3/8 head on it, and you can put any level of extension of a 3/8 on there and make whatever you want to use.
Yeah.
And just to show it off, they put a 3-foot locking head impact grade Mac Tools extension on there, and they broke the tip off of the extension before they broke the ratchet. So it's definitely overbuilt, but it comes with a warning, comes with a disclaimer. It says, listen, because we didn't put a predetermined handle length on here, we can't guarantee warranty on this because you could just put the ultimate cheater pipe on there. Is it something that you want to like walk away from? Hell no, because I saw the advantage of it and I got to use it within the first week. And for me, it's build a wrench. Okay. Because I got all kinds of crazy extensions and wobblies. And I even have a 3/8 adapter that'll make a right angle within like a 1/2 inch. So I built me a little zigzag wrench to get up onto a transmission and pop a sensor off. I did a 6-hour job in 30 minutes.
Yeah, they definitely
it paid for itself. Hopefully, I see that job again. Now I can profit. But
yeah, they made a video last week. They said they saw all of the complaints about it not being warranty, so they had a big meeting together and this and that, and now they changed to lifetime warranty. They claimed that the reason why they didn't at first because they know how techs are and mechanics are, they was going to be abused. So, but they had no choice because of the consumer. They had no choice but to change it.
So they pulled a Coca-Cola where they made a new Coke and they're like, no, it's Coke Classic. But it's funny that they were advertising how this is new and revolutionary, and I saw it, and I even told my Mac tool dealer, and I was like, dude, they've had this in Japan for like over 15 years. He goes, what? I says, yeah. I was like, these head adapters, they started on torque wrenches. Look them up. And I took them to the Japan Tone website. I sent Fluffy a link. But yeah, they've been over in Japan for years.
They say Japan make the best tools.
Yeah, if you follow that company Tone, I got a lot of their extensions that I sought out because at the end of every extension, they have a 17 millimeter hex. So if you're getting into a squirrely space and you got a grip onto your extension, you can throw a 17 millimeter socket on there, or a box wrench, or a ratcheting wrench, and you could do some goofy stuff. So when you're working on boxer engines, that's kind of nice when you're doing spark plugs.
Don't negate the fact though that Japan tools are not lifetime warranted.
No, I know my Tone tools. They got there's no way I can warranty them out, so I use them with grace. But
Right.
they bail me out. They bail me out.
That's a
Muscle,
misconception about
that would
Japan
not be
tools.
good, bro. If
Warranty tools is an American thing, which also intentionally makes things a lot more confusing for people buying tools from other countries, because German tools, Japan tools, a lot of them aren't warranted outside the United States.
True clutch.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why I buy my Knip picks off the tool truck, is because the tool truck will warranty out busted teeth on Knip picks. Where Germany won't. They'll be like, no, we only touch the hand, the grips, and the flexing mechanism. They won't touch the teeth.
Hey, speaking of warranties and tool trucks, my Matco dealer told me the other day, this is one of the benefits of being nice to your tool truck dealer. He told me that he had an issue because Matco, I think Matco carries Milwaukee tools, and I think Cornwell. I don't have a Cornwell truck, so I wouldn't know, honestly. But I heard Cornwell does as well. Yep. And he told me that Milwaukee will not warranty Milwaukee tools if the customer bought it off of Amazon. Now, if the tool dealer bought it from Amazon, they'll warranty it. But if the customer bought it from Amazon, they will not warranty it. And the dealer was like, well, hell, what's the difference?
Right?
You know?
It's because there's Milwaukee clones sold on Amazon and eBay.
Oh
yeah. Clutch, those gifteds are like random. I don't get to choose. I just click a button and it just.
This is a funny thumbnail right here for you, CP. I put that up just for you. But we got a Cybertruck and we got a GMC. So the meme was PlayStation 1 graphics, PlayStation 5 graphics.
Oh. Nice. Awesome. What do y'all think about the Milwaukee wrenches? I haven't used them.
They're about as good as DeWalt wrenches.
I never used the one.
Exactly.
Right, I never used the one.
I haven't used them either.
The Max Bites are actually a decent wrench. I mean, they're not terrible. They're another infar wrench, so they can't be too terrible.
It's when it comes to judge. If somebody ever asks, this is my same answer I give to everybody as soon as they bring up a brand or a type of tool. If I'm going to use it, ratchets, wrenches, sockets, here's the same answer I give. I say, okay, cool. You're selling a set of sockets 10 through 19. I just lost my 10. How do I get another 10? I was like, you don't sell singles. I don't do business with you.
Right.
Which is the reason why,
Yep. That's use an 11 and put a piece of rubber in there.
And if they say, "Oh, if you call a hotline number, your email,"
no problem, man.
No.
The Milwaukee Max Bite wrenches ranked 6th on the Vortex panels test when they did them, which is right below the Met wrench and the Icon.
So that's why I push my Tecton sockets so much. I know that they're mid grade, but
we have a bunch here.
I can get this 10 millimeter 3/8 tall, $5, and I got a tall and a short, so that's 2 sockets in every single toolbox in my shop that I own, and I have 4 toolboxes. There's just a set of 10s sitting in every single one because I know wherever I go, I need a set of 10s, tall and short, and I'm tired of walking around. So I got them on my roll cart, I got them on my service cart, I got them on my heavy tool line box, and I got them in my diagnostic cart.
What happens when you can't find any of them?
That has happened once. That happened once, and then I came home and I did
Like,
laundry, and I found them all.
I have like
Bro,
10 fucking.
I hate that.
10
That's why.
mills. Where the
That's
hell
why I
are
got
they
this
all?
one at the house because I came home like, oh, if I can't find tools, and be like, I either need to clean up or I need to do my laundry because they're all sitting in my shirt pocket.
Mhm.
My closest Harbor Freight is 35 minutes away.
Hey, a
Shannon, weren't
question.
y'all getting one closer? I thought y'all were getting one closer to you.
Hey, a question though, because you said you know Tekton is mid grade, right? What actually makes a tool mid grade? Because brands like Tekton, Gear Wrench, I don't know, Sonex, I guess, brands like that actually make great tools. So it's like if they're not,
Oh,
and
that's
and brands like Great Pneumatic, right? So
great question. Great question. Okay.
but the premium brands are considered the tool truck brands or whatever, right? Forget all of that. After the tool truck brands, then you have brands like Tekton, Gear Wrench, Sonex, Great Pneumatic. So wouldn't those? I literally just thought about this. Wouldn't those still be considered premium, even though they're not stupid expensive?
Here's my short reply to that. Okay, so I'll categorize it basically as low, medium, and premium tools. All right.
Yeah.
And we could technically say a low tier tool could be a great tool because it services that job very well. Now, I need that tool to go a little bit further. And when you go a little bit farther, let's say this Tekton socket I'm holding in my hand. I call it a mid-grade tool. It's excellent for what it does and what it advertises, but it's a few grams heavy. All right, because that's what they did to put it in the budget area of $5. They used a heavy casting, a different material. It added some weight, and it also added some thickness to the wall. I'm going to get into a squirrely place, and a premium company is going to make a thinner one, just as stout as this one, that can be used and abused every single day. That puts it into a different category. But now I got to pay into that R&D for that different metallurgy. And
there's also some other things too. There's broaching in the bottom so that there's a quicker recess, which Sonex doesn't use. There's also a broaching in the top where the nuts recessed at. If you look at a snap-on socket, and I did a video on this, you look at a snap-on socket or a max socket or a Matco, even an ADV, or not an ADV, but well, even the ADVs now are pretty pro grade, but even an ADV compared to a Sonex socket, you are not getting the same little. It's like a Cadillac. Okay, let's just put it to you this way: you can buy or Toyota versus a Lexus. Pretty simple. You're buying a Camry, right? If you buy a ES 350, you're buying a Toyota Camry. If you buy a Lexus or not, a Lexus ES 350, you're buying a high grade Toyota Camry. Okay, that's basically the difference. You're getting the Camry, but you're getting all the upgrades: the leather, the backup camera. You're getting all the options with that socket. That's what is the difference between a pro grade and a mid grade socket, from my opinion of what I've actually looked at these sockets. And I didn't actually realize this until after I was doing this for 10 years. And then one of my coworkers said, the reason why Snap-on is so much nicer to use, not better, nicer to use, is because it has a broach on the end, so it's faster to take off, so that you have if you look at the end of the socket where it's recessed, it's set that way so you can drive it onto your extension or your anvil faster, and it mates up quicker, versus a flat one, which if you look at the bottom of Sonex, usually they're flat and they're not recessed cut, and you kind of fumble around, which is really kind of a moot point for a lot of people. Sometimes, and I don't know I don't remember if the Tekton was, you got it right there, Joe. Does your Tekton got a broach cut at the end where it's kind of beveled?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go.
Yeah.
So
let me follow through with CP here. If you want to tear the fuck out of the hog ring on any of your impacts, put a Pittsburgh socket on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, some of my fucking
you will bust the shit out of your anvil all day, and that socket will survive, but you'll be like, man, why am I putting hog rings on my guns all day?
If I use my, I want to say they're Matco lock-in extensions, chrome. Yeah, them motherfuckers tear my hog rings like crazy.
Hey, now that I think about it, though, y'all do make a lot of sense now. I mean, even though I knew that, I never really just thought about, okay, what actually makes a premium socket premium.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I have Matco sockets and I have Sunex sockets, and people be like, "Oh, Matco's Ruben and Sunex." I'm like, no,
It's a great
I'm looking
conversation to have.
because
And
I'm looking at both of them, and I can tell you the little detailed difference of why the Matco is nicer. Now, the Sunex can do the same job, but Matco is like a luxury version of that.
And that's the important thing to relate is the Walmart wrench, the Sunex wrench, the gear wrench, they could do the same job. But
Right.
can they do it and make you feel comfortable and not feel exhausted at the end of the day? And can they do it again and again and again? A great example is when we're doing tune-ups on the Subarus, you know that they're pancake engines. The spark plugs are butt up against the firewall, against the sides of the car, so it's a tight space.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did I spend $175 on a long reach 1/4 inch ratchet with a 3/8 anvil on it? It's literally a 1/4 inch long ratchet, about 15 inches long, and people were like, "You're nuts! Why would you do that when you can just use this $12 Harbor Freight wrench with these couple of extensions?" And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Why don't you borrow it for a tune-up one day?" And then he comes back, he goes, "Yeah, you're right."
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I was less aggravated. I wasn't bending over as much, and I got it done faster. And I says, that's why I bought it, man. The tool pays for itself when you equate. And these are my philosophies when buying a tool. It has to meet one of three things when you're looking at a tool that is expensive. It has to say, does it make you move faster? Does it make you money? Or does it make you smarter or make better decisions, I should say? Does it help you make a more better decision?
And does it make the toolbox look prettier?
Hey, that's the wild card.
And is it green? Is it green? Yeah, it gotta be green.
Does it cut? Is it a blow mold case or is it a foam case?
Is it green or is it red?
What's going on, Links?
Icon stands for I can't own nice.
Wow.
What?
I'll give you.
They look like Snap-on. So what? I mean,
yeah, it look like Snap-on. You're buying it because you can't afford the nice shit.
Oh, I can't own
I'll give you
right.
No, but nice. When you say nice, I'm thinking aesthetics. I'm thinking the way it looks.
I'll give you a great example of somebody who, or a situation
Agreed,
where
Daniel.
I was trying to help my brother.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
I gave him a cheap tool set because he didn't have a tool set, and I said, "Here, you can have this." And so he decided he wanted to use it. He was working on a Subaru that I gave him, and he was trying to get a cam sensor out, and he couldn't get the bolt started. And I was like, "Well, dude, you're using that cheap socket, and the nut is falling deep down in the socket, so you can't get it started because it's falling deep down in there." And I said, "Here, use this socket." And he goes, "Why would I use that? It's the same socket." I'm like, "Dude, trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Use this socket." And he's like, "It started right away. What the hell?" And I go, "That's the difference between a pro grade, good premium socket and a cheap socket, because you literally are sitting there fighting yourself because you can't get your hand in there. You had to start it with a socket, but that broach cut in that socket was recessed, that the nut was going in that deep well. You needed a deep well because you had to get underneath the air conditioner and you couldn't see it, and you couldn't use a shallow with an extension because it was too far and we get in the belt." It's just, those little things, like Joe said, what makes you, they say tools don't make a better mechanic. I don't believe that. That's an old antiquated theory. Tools do make better mechanics because I'm not that smart. Yet that tool made me look smart because of I know that. I mean, that's what it literally did.
It's just
Better
like
tools keep the mechanics off the sauce.
Hey, you're definitely right about that, because I'm probably the youngest one here when it comes to experience in the field. I'm only doing this a little over 3 years, right? But I have more tools than guys in the shop that's been doing this for 10 years.
Oh,
And
that's
so-
aggravating.
Bro. And so they'll be like, we see who makes the real money. I'm like, no, I just like tools. You know what I'm saying? So, and because I have so many,
where your priorities at, man. That's all
right. And because I have so many tools, it makes me look like when I'm doing certain jobs, it's easier for me because I have actual right tools for the job rather than trying to make something work with my not to sound I don't know, young or anything, but my caveman knowledge. Oh, I can make this work with this one. I'm like, but why do it like that in fight when you can just use the right tool I got right here? And then I give it to them. They be like, bro, where'd you get this from? I'm like, I told you.
Dude, it's sometimes it's some of the most simple tools out there that will get the job done. And there's people out there that will
there's
overthink
companies,
it.
There's bad companies. It's like Matco. Mostly all tools come from overseas.
No.
Well, I'll give you
Across the
another.
Rio Grande, Mexican American tool company.
I'll give you another example.
That's why
I haven't heard that one yet. That's a good one.
I've
I
said
like
it
that.
before.
Dude, I was like, but this will make Fluffy and CP happy. But I just completed my collection of new Infinitum sealed head Matco cordless ratchets.
Oh, wow.
I was thinking about
I
getting
collected
that, man.
all the 4 Pokemons. Okay, I got the 3/8 and the 1/4 inch, tall and long.
Wait, what color?
Let
me guess.
Blue.
Yeah,
Blue to match the
Oh
bike.
man,
I waited a year.
Hammer.
I waited a year to get my last one.
I have every snap-on hammer they make.
The long reach, right?
Yep.
And I have every anti-vibe hammer Max sells.
yeah, I have all the
I did?
anti-vibe hammers.
So
I did.
I guess you could say I have a hammer fetish, but I also have a light fetish. I probably only got like fucking 15 lights.
I have an impact fetish for some fucking.
Dave,
Hey, I'm starting to have the same fetish, Fluff. I'm starting to have the same
God,
exact fetish,
it's
like for no
annoying.
reason.
Guys, I'll tell you this much: don't go down the rabbit hole where you end up with 500 impacts, because I got way too many ratchets. And I'll tell you what, the worst thing
I'm almost there.
about I hate about having so many ratchets is that I can't figure out which one I want to use, and it's annoying.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's so bad. Matco, I know.
I'll solve that
CP,
problem.
I know.
CP. I'll come to your house and take.
I know you. I know you've seen it in the flyer.
I got lots of things I give away to people. If people
Infinium came out with the freaking 1/4 inch drill driver. That looks like the stubby Infinium.
Oh no, they're coming. They're coming out with a. They're
Wait
gonna
till they come out with the drill too. Oh my god!
You know what tool that I wish they'd come back out with that's badass?
Hey, yo.
Nobody knows about is the Matco sanding tool. It's way better than the like the belt sander. If you get a chance to get one of those, I promise you get it, because they discontinued it.
One.
Dude,
And I could have bought the last one off my Matco. And the guy that's got it says this thing. The guy that's in the shop with him has a Milwaukee belt one, and he borrows that Infinium all the time because it is a hog.
Yeah, I have the same reaction when I saw the Milwaukee belt sander that came out, and my first thing I thought was, why did they make it a brushless motor? It needed to be a brush motor to get the more power.
Yeah,
because after about 15 minutes of using it, I was like, this thing sucks.
On which one?
The Milwaukee finger sander
belt. Like that.
they got that belt sander, and it has like a 1/4 inch wide belt on it. It's for like welding down, or it's for sanding down welds,
spot
and
welds,
doing
and
body
shit.
work.
Dennis Figure in here, body shop guy. He can tell you about welding spot welds or sanding spot welds.
And I'm like, dang it, man! I was like, I saw it. I told the cornhole dealer, I'm like, God, man, you need to tell him like they should not have gone brushless, because
I don't even want to hit that topic, Kev.
Yeah, it just. I was like, I told him, I could just feel the lack of power getting robbed out of this thing.
Yeah, that Infinium. I wish Matco would come back out with it, because that thing was bad. Another trucker.
What is up?
But Dave, I'm with you on the hammers, on the anti-vibes, on the Mack truck. I completed my collection, I think 2 years ago, when I bought the 2-ounce hammer.
The little pecker.
The little one?
Yeah, I got the little pecker. Yeah.
The little pecker's smaller than CP's.
No, I got the 2-ounce one. I got the little pecker.
Do you?
Yeah. I got the little pecker.
I got
a little pecker.
I'm proud of that little pecker. I use it actually.
I use that all the time, and guys, like, I'm using it when I do transmission disassembly, because all those dowel pins that you gotta tap out. Yeah, that one right there. So you're trying to tap.
It looks like that
those
too.
dowel pins. And what's really nice about using a lighter hammer like that is you can actually feel the binding. Like it'll start, like it'll sing to you. So you hear that ting ting, and you hear the pitch go ing ing, and you're like, oh, I'm binding, I better stop.
You're not supposed to do that, sir.
Because I see so many people, they're trying to hammer out the roll pins out of shift forks, and they're going, man, it's stuck. They're like, it's stuck, it's jammed. What am I doing? I'm like, you just hammered a roll pin into the fucking case. You need a new case.
Yeah, but buying one, and you know what? This is, it's hard to explain this to people. This is what's frustrating because, once again, like I said, you got 70,000 mechanics out there, and you got 5 billion DIY guys.
Mechanics.
Yeah, but I mean, just the number is so small for people that are in the skilled automotive trade business. Trying to explain to some people about why a tool is so nice to use when you're doing something like what Joe's explaining, learning a sound or anything like that. I mean, it's just, that's why we do what we do. That's why we buy the tools that we buy, is because you get to that feel where you can know a sound with a certain tool, where you can, I mean, I've got a buddy who builds transmissions like that, Joe, and he, he uses a certain pair of old Lang snap ring pliers, and he said the new ones suck because they slip off the ring, and he's just faster at tearing them apart. I'm building, GM transmissions and stuff. I mean, he's dialed into that. He's dialed into that tool and how he uses it. And you can't buy them anymore. And he finds them on eBay and buys them up whenever they come up for sale, and he pays a ridiculous amount of money for them because he says, I don't like any of the new ones.
Dude, that's how I am with that Gen 1 Milwaukee M12 3/8. Like, yeah, it only puts out like 70 foot-pounds, but damn, does it do the jobs that I want it to do? And as I told the crowd about an hour ago, I was like, I got 4 of them now.
Right.
And I think the last one I bought was used for $100, but I'm happy to have it.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, folks, last thing with hammers.
No, boy.
I see these rookie techs coming in. They got claw hammers and they're using them on. I'm like, I throw them in the trash. Do not get mad at me if you work in my shop and I see you banging on a car trying to using a chisel with this, or you're trying to bang a control arm, and I take your hammer and I throw it in the trash. Don't be mad if I do that, because
I just bought the whole set.
These fuckers here, they will bounce back, and these claws will hit you in the fucking cheek or the eye or the forehead. Guaranteed. Yeah. I see it every year. A newbie's got one of these things. He's like, ting, ting, ting. And it ricochets back and it hits him in the head.
What about the wooden handle ones?
It's just the claw. It's the design of the claw hammer. They are designed to have this kind of bounce back motion. So as you hit something, it helps your hand come back up so you can swing it again. It's how the carpentry hammer was designed. Kind of like smithing hammers, they're designed to have that kind of bounce back feeling so you can keep that smithing hammer momentum.
Right.
So know what your hammers are designed for. And that's why I encourage everybody to think about switching up to these split shot filled hammers if you're in those situations where a hammer can come back and bite you.
Oh yeah, for sure. I do understand that. I didn't used to like the snap-on hammers, and I'm not a big fan of them all the way because I do like the Mac anti-vibes, but there's certain situations where that snap-on hammer, if I'm really wailing on something and I don't want it to bounce back, it's like a golf club. I can feel that thing flex when I swing it hard, but when it hits, it builds so much more kinetic energy when it smacks something. It's just a solid whack.
Yeah, I love those hammers, man. And with people like me, I got carpal tunnel. So, and I didn't have carpal tunnel until I started doing this damn job, which is a fun fact. But but those snap-on hammers and those anti-vibes work well for that, man. I don't feel nothing almost.
No, and that's documented a long time ago, and it doesn't get preached enough in the mechanic field. If you have hammers with hickory handles on them, get rid of them, and you need to switch up to anti-vibes, the snap-on dead blows, because if you're swinging hammers for a living like that, that is the fastest way to get problems in your hand, arthritis, busted joints. I had a technician, what was it, about 4 years ago, and he was using Harbor Freight hickory handled hammers, and he's like, he swore up and down by them. That was his thing, and I didn't pick on him. But then one day he's like, I can't hold a tool. And he was like, he was like lock-handed like this.
I also
he couldn't hold anything.
We had a guy recently.
And he was checked out for 6 months.
I also don't recommend hickory handles either because, you know, bad swinger if you're not Derek Jeter, which I'm Jeter now. After 30 years, I don't miss my object I'm swinging at. But you hit and you break the wooden hickory handle, you could damage the shit out of the car. These anti-bugs, the other ones, they're not going to break.
True.
Hell yeah. That's why I'm a firm believer in having the right tool.
Hammer flying through the shop or flying somewhere, or possibly flying off when you swing back to hit another tech in the back of the head. Or
that's dangerous.
Unless you're a body shop guy, though, the body shop guys will tell you that hickory hammers are the way to go for body shop because you can feel. So there you go. There's another different deal on it. Like I've talked to a lot of body shop guys, and they're like, hickory handles are the way to go because you can feel the metal move with the handle.
Right.
Which
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Which also proves the point about the difference between a handle where you want it to feel it and you don't want to feel it. You know, so if anybody says anything, then you say, hey, go talk to a body guy. Ask him why he uses a hickory handled body hammer because he can feel the metal move with that because that's what it translates that through the hammer.
But let's take everything you said and then just go one step further with it. What is the weight of the hammers that they're using?
Right, exactly.
Because that's why they like having those 8-ounce hammers. They have a loose grip and they want that motion transfer into their hand. Or else mechanics, what are we swinging? 24-ounce hammers plus? I mean, I got a 5-pound dead load.
My average, I think my normal pickup is about a 40-ounce.
That shit is like the guy next to me. He's got a cut off 8-pound sledgehammer.
Yeah, bigger is better.
That's awesome.
Like he just went to Home Depot and he says, I need a bigger hammer, and they had an 8-pound sledge and he just cut it down.
But yeah, that's why I'm a firm believer in having the right tool for the job, because when I first got into this field, I had one of my mentors was a 60-year-old mechanic that had back problems and could barely do anything. And I was like, bro, and being a diesel mechanic, we lift a lot of heavy stuff. Okay. And I was like, I don't want to be 60 and can't play with my grandkids. Like I'm 32 now. And when I first got into this business, I had just got married. And, you know, I got kids and everything. So it's like, it gave me a different perspective. I'm like, I don't want to be 60 and can't walk and can't play with my kids. So it's like, you know, I'd rather work smarter than, I mean, it's good to know all of the get it out the mud techniques, but I'd rather work smarter than harder because I really, I love this job, but I'm not planning on doing this for the rest of my well-being.
You know, we get guys that come in.
My anti-vibe
love
is
that
a
one.
3-pound drilling hammer.
Love that.
I love this hammer because I like to do the one-hand swing, the one-arm swing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's perfect. It's 3
you got
pounds.
the Happy Gilmer swing there.
That's my favorite hammer, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, this is my home one.
I'll challenge everybody to this.
Work one, so
I'll challenge everybody to this, and you do it to your lube techs if because they're the working example of this. If you're you're doing oil changes and tire rotations all day, you're the guy who with the zippy gun taking tires off. Wear gloves, like wear actual like safety work gloves all day for a week. Right. And then don't do it the next week. And you tell me how your hands feel at the end of the day after a week of doing that. I guarantee you're going to have less stress in your forearm because you're not gripping as much. It makes a huge difference. So after 10 years of doing this, after 10 years, I started gloving up with my impacts now.
But see, that's why I am so against these cordless impacts, these fucking heavy ass impacts.
Dude, you get a good forearm when you
but
dude, that's what ripped the tendon here in my elbow. My doctor said is because I was over gripping so much trying to hold on to stuff with these ratcheting impacts. He's like, all that was just shifting into your rotator and your elbow. He says that's what caused it.
I got a blown tendon in my hand, Joe, from wrenching that I haven't fixed. Yeah, I popped a tendon in my hand last year or the year before. I can't remember what it was. I still haven't got it fixed. That's from wrenching, from pulling on wrenches for so long.
No
And
problem, sister.
when you're talking about glove things, I'm the poster child for the guy that never wore gloves, and that's the reason why my tendon popped. You know, from fatiguing my hands all these years. I mean, I got a big lump in the middle of my hand, Fluffy. I've showed it before. I literally, my tendon rolled up in my hand and it's stuck in the middle of my hand. I got a big lump. People shake my hand. They're like, what the hell's wrong with your hand? I'm like, okay, my balls are up in my hand now.
Nice.
And it's crazy because my shop foreman actually tried to clown me for wearing gloves all the time. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to protect myself. I tell people all the time, like, hey, you only get one body, man. Take care of it.
What do they?
That's
call
the
them
right point.
bitch mittens. I'm like, bro.
And that's
My
probably
body,
the
my
foreman
choice.
that's probably the foreman that lets the parts department part transmissions in front of the eye wash station.
Yeah.
BFT, yeah, customer service does go a long way. I do agree. You rent the
Like,
Nissan name, it comes with stipulations. Yep.
That's
Milwaukee,
what I
so
tell
that
you. Is like
northern-
if you ever
Yeah.
want to you know, put one to your shop one day, if your shop does have random inspections. I know we get 2 rando inspections from the fire marshal and OSHA twice a year, and I taught my last shop a lesson, and I shut off the water to all their safety systems when I left. And oh my god, did they get their ass reamed, because they were like,
oh dang,
Oh, it's on the inside of your hand.
Yeah.
they were like,
Holy shit.
when
rolled
was
the
this
camera
turned
up.
off? And the guy that nobody knew. They didn't know that the water was off on their eye wash station, but somebody was signing it off every month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's the tendon in my
I
hand.
see that on a lot of mechanics.
Yeah.
Broke bolts with it.
When people say,
Yeah, I want to get my hands on that new impact.
What new impact?
The MILWAUKEE. The MILWAUKEE.
since we're talking about
Milwaukee, made in
cordless
China.
tools,
China burns your hands. I told you this.
let's talk about another social media nightmare is that cordless
Like I said,
tools,
Icon
$1
actually
billion
has some
market
laws.
has been introduced because of social media.
Do they?
Cordless tools keep being a bigger and bigger thing because of social media, you know, and they're getting pumps
Yes.
and big views,
What up, Paul?
you know, and people keep thinking that, you know, all these cordless tools are the best thing, you know, like, and then you got guys arguing about which one's the best, and air is still killing the cordless tools.
Cordless rocks when you're out in the fucking field. I take air, half-inch drive air impact over cordless any day of the week.
Oh, and
Yeah,
there's a
definitely.
bunch of guys that don't have air compressors at home, and that's what their gripe is they don't want to buy an air compressor. But there's
Yes.
my neighbor just bought an air compressor for $50, and I'm
No,
like,
but this is where I argue that we are talking about in professional environments in a shop where you have an unlimited
exactly.
amount of air supply.
Exactly. And you can
know,
always tell in the comments people who don't work in a shop. You can always tell because they're like, oh no, air tools are dead. I'm like, if you really worked in a shop, you would really know air tools are a necessity. I mean,
their reasoning sometimes is silly. I'll
well,
just be
I
honest.
can tell you
It's silly.
too, from being on social media for as long as I have now, that I can definitely, like Joe said, I can always smell a liar right away anymore. Like they always say the same thing. It's so repetitive, and that's what's annoying to me is because you listen to them and they come in with the same argument every time. Oh, my Milwaukee will kick the shit out of my air impact. Okay, so tell me more. Okay, tell me how.
Try it, buddy. Let's see how your hand feels after fucking hitting a
what's up, Paul?
bolt that is seized versus an air impact.
Why is NASCAR and IndyCar still using air impacts then? If they
exactly,
I got all my lube techies because they all got on the truck and they all bought cordless impacts, and I told them, I says, guys, as you all are gonna have like the worst time jerking off at the end of the week.
Ain't gonna have no grip.
I was like, those cordless impacts, they'll get the job done. I says, but they're gonna rattle your hands and your body left and right. Get it.
Hey, I actually saw a video. I saw a video earlier this week. It was like a lot of guys had bought Milwaukee impacts all at the same time and kind of flexed and made a video about it. That wasn't them, was it?
Later, OG.
No, that was my guys. And just last week, one of them traded up his M18 cordless, and he ended up getting he got himself a Milwaukee impact, or not a Milwaukee, blah blah blah. It was in the Mac Tools flyer. He ended up getting the Mac Tools 1/2 inch, and all his little lubie friends are borrowing it now. And I told him, I was like, It's because their hands hurt, right?
and
And they're like, well, they're like, it's just faster. I'm like, well, it's not just faster, but it's less jerky towards your body.
Yep.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, cordless tools
Instant.
are nice because there's those times where you have to go out to the parking lot, or you know,
Yeah.
you
No,
know,
well, yeah, those are those times, but not for
you're just taking off
every
something like
single
So
car.
you can't beat the half-inch impact of what the Rex.
oh
The
yeah,
stubby
hey,
one?
those Matco impacts,
Yeah.
air impacts are, in my opinion, the best pneumatic impacts you can buy.
Oh, I love
I
it.
would also say some of the air cats are really good too.
I love when the commenters say,
for the
"Oh,
money,
well, you
Air
can
Cats.
get
Oh,
well, the
air
same
cats are
one for
clean.
s-"
I like air cat.
What do they say? Oh, just wait until you find out that somebody else makes it cheaper.
Well,
Whatever.
the thing about Matco air impacts, they're made by PTP. I think it's a branch from Sonex or something like that. But
you ain't going. You can't purchase it.
But you can't find it nowhere else. So it's exclusively made for Matco.
Yep.
It's just made by PTP. So
PTP is just a tool. When you say made by PTP, keep in mind PTP is just a broker, a tool broker. All they do, so they're actually in the same building as Sonex down in South Carolina. Joe,
right.
all they do is broker tools into the United States, like ISN does. You know, there's a caveat, which didn't mean to take you off your subject, but the company that actually makes them is an air tool company in Taiwan. That is, they make a variety of impacts for a multitude. I found it on Google Maps, and if you've seen the place, you would laugh because it literally looks like an open air building and they've got pallets stacked up all over the place, and they just assemble air impacts for different companies. That's all they do. They get composite bodies, and they just make them for several different companies out there. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Ingersoll Rand is one of them.
Bro,
they make.
Yeah, and I believe that's probably why people think that it is a rebranded Ingersoll Rand, because they both have those similar switches in the back to change direction. So that does make sense. You know what I mean?
I rebuilt. I didn't know if I did a video on it, but one of my buddies had an old Matco 70. I don't know, the older Matco Impact, and I rebuilt. I fixed it all with Ingersoll Rand parts. I rebuilt it.
Dang.
Some need to learn some lessons. Yes,
it's like 2 versions ago, Matco Impact or something, and I bought the parts directly off Ingersoll Rand on eBay and then rebuilt it. He was like, "There's no way you're gonna fix that thing." I'm like, "Dude, I fixed air tools all the time when I was a Mac guy. That's how I made money."
And one of the best place to find some high quality air tools is hang out on that Tool Swapper website daily. I picked up a 3/8 and a 1/2 inch proto impact, each for $80 shipped.
Love my air tools.
All they needed was new gaskets. I've ordered a gasket kit off the truck for $50 per tool. Rebuilt them and sold them to the guy next to me just to pay off the debt. But I'll tell you what, proto impact.
How much is it?
Oh, they're so clean.
What's that company called? Was it Power Tool Repair in Ohio?
Ohio Power Tool.
Huh?
Ohio Power Tool.
Yeah, they got
gasoline.
They got all the parts for everything, man.
So I'll tell you one thing that when I was a dealer, what made me really successful with the dealer is I repaired air tools, and there were times where I rebuilt them on the truck for the guy the same day, same time I was at the shop. And you want to talk about showing customer service to a guy? Can you imagine the kind of business that I got from that, just from doing that, was unfathomable.
Once you learn how to do it, air tools are easy to repair.
Right, and that I carried parts on the truck for it, but I'm able. The Snap-on guy would send it in, and they had a flat rate. I had a $75 rebuild flat rate, and guys would bring me their air impacts, CP impacts, whatever, and I would rebuild them on the truck. And I did that all the time. And not only that, it was 100% profit for me, for charging $75. Sometimes it only took me a couple minutes to do it, and it was a hell of a deal. And I saved people tons of money doing it. It was awesome. It was one of my favorite things that I could do for people as a tool dealer that I absolutely love doing. That's one thing that I miss about being a tool dealer, is coming up with ways to save guys money, also make myself money, and be innovative, where no other tool truck would do that.
Dude, Chad, that's what helped me save my Matco tool dealer. It was his first year, and he's like, "Fuck, I'm getting out of this business. Nobody will buy." And I'm like, "Dude, you got to make it. You got to make people incentivized to come on the truck."
Right.
So I told him, I says, "I guarantee if you do this, I was like, just do this one thing, you're gonna make so many sales." And he's like, "Okay, what?" And I says, "You're gonna make a grease station for the air tools, and you're gonna make a knife sharpening station." I says, "Just get us." And I told him, I says, "Just go get the little Amazon knife sharpener, the one that's on the belt sander, and let these guys sharpen their knives. And you got the little greaser thing with their air tools, but then you put up all your little flashy little stuff right there. And while they're doing their little rinky-dink thing for free, they're looking at your stuff." And then you can say, "Hey, man, that's a pretty old impact. Have you ever? I'm doing a trade-in for 150 towards that thing you're staring at there." He tried it, and he's like, "Dude, I never sold so many more air tools in my life."
Hey, that's
products, but I actually did things like I'd see guys have sticky drawers and toolboxes, and I would be like, "Hey, let me clean that up and fix it for you real quick." And they'd be like, "Damn, thanks, man. My drawer never worked better." You know, I mean, there's just things that guys are too busy, you know, and I would see things and notice things when I was walking around, and I never asked them for a sale or anything. Because that was my whole thing is I don't want to be a salesman. I wanted to help guys out and do something for them so that they would see that I was, you know, I wasn't just trying to sell them bullshit. You know, I wanted to, them to have, you know,
Yeah,
and
and most of these guys, they don't know how to maintain their tools. So when you go around with a grease gun and you're just like, "Hey, I'm greasing up your air tools," and they go, "Oh, I put oil in them." I'm like, "Well, did you ever like refill the grease in the anvil?" And they go, "What?"
Yeah.
Right.
And then
it's
you hook them up.
Yeah,
And
ratchet, greasing the ratchet.
and you know when the Mac tool guy, he came back, he said his franchiser found out what he was doing, and now he gets an unlimited supply of sanding belts and tool grease.
That's crazy.
They said just whatever you need. They said that's great, and we're putting it on every truck because it gets guys on the truck. It gets them talking.
A little bit of effort goes along.
Hey, honestly though, I really, and most techs feel this way. I hate salesmen. Don't come to me telling me, because more than likely, maybe just me. I already know what the hell you selling.
No,
I don't.
it's all
I
of
don't know.
us,
I already peeped it out before you got here. I already know what I want before you got here. Honestly, but it's like don't be like, "Oh yeah, we got this sell this," and I'm like, "Okay, great." I really hate tool dealers that try too hard. Like, have a decent conversation with me. If you can't even hold a conversation, I'm probably not even going to buy from your truck if it's not something I really want. You know what I'm saying? And most guys feel that way because when you just have a regular conversation with your customers, being a tool dealer, you'll be surprised how many people are going to first come to your truck just because, and then once they get on there, be like, "Oh well, hey, you got this." You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the thing I like about not only my Matco but my Mac tool dealer is. If like I won't even be busy, I'll just be chilling at my box and they'll come up and they'll literally spend like 15-20 minutes just talking to me, not even about tools, just talking.
Yeah.
You know, because we have that relationship.
Dude, I was the type of guy that always got in there if somebody was working on something. Dude, there was times I helped people pull engines while I was I was like, "Hey man, you need a hand?" Sure. You know how many times you're in the shop, you're doing something, you're busy, and you need, you know, I mean, and you want somebody to help you, but nobody's around to help you.
Yeah.
You're just seeing somebody like I literally was standing there, walk up, and this guy's pulling an engine, and I'm like, "Hey, let me help you." And he's like, "You just want to sell me something?" I'm like, "No, I'm just trying to help you, man."
Yeah. My Mac deal actually did me like that one time. I was struggling with a job. He doesn't have to walk behind me. I didn't even know he was there. He was like, "Hey man, if you do this and do that," he said, he showed me a little trick. Me not even knowing he had this background. I'm thinking he's just a regular salesman. I didn't even know he had this background. And he showed me something. I was like, "Damn, okay."
It's worse when you find out. It's worse when you find out that your tool dealer has only had a background of being a salesman.
Right.
Yeah, I've had that experience. I used to hate the fact that I know more about your tools than you do, but now I understand. But now I understand. You know what I'm saying? I get it now.
You used to sell Kirby vacuums door to door. Then you sold internet, and now you're selling tool. What?
There's-
Okay.
and I will say they'll tell you at the like when I went to Mac, they'll tell you that mechanics aren't
What up, Chris?
successful as a
Appreciate you coming
salesman.
through.
I said you're full of shit, and that's why I ended up being the number 3 guy. I'm like, well, I proved that theory wrong. First of all, I'm the type of guy anybody tells me I can't do something, that's just motivation, 100%. Like
Yeah.
somebody said that a mechanic guy with a mechanic background couldn't do as well as somebody with a salesman. I was like, well, that went to shit real fast, didn't it, boys? I remember John Aiden was the president, and he was a snake. He came from Pepsi Frito Lay, and he was the president, and he was all about the sales and marketing, because that's what PepsiCo did back then. They had Shaquille O'Neal, and I remember we were at the tool fair, and I got my award, and we were standing there talking. He's like, "We really appreciate all you've been doing," and I'm like, "No, you don't." I was like, "You don't give a fuck," and I said, "I really don't need you to blow smoke up my ass." And everybody knew by then I was already a direct person. Like I didn't beat around the bush. And I was like, I'm not here because I want to be friends with you. I'm here because I came to get my award, talk to some of my friends, do some fun shit. And I said, as far as the corporate life, I don't care about it. And they said, you're never going to go that far in this company with that attitude.
So let me ask y'all this. Going back to Snap-on shit. How many of you actually have franchise dealers versus they're just they're a Snap-on employee on the road?
Oh,
All my guys are dealers. All my guys are dealers, and all my dealers, my Snap-on, Matco, and Mac dealer are all ex-technicians.
See, our route is a what do you call it, CP?
It's a
company route. I forgot what they call it.
It's an associate route or an employee. It's an employee Snap-on employee route.
Yeah.
So an associate's another guy that owns the tool truck, and he's just he's running the tool truck for him.
No. They're working for Snap-on.
Yeah, then he's a Snap-on employee route driver.
Yeah. I actually my old Snap-on dealer was like that. He was I realized that once he told me. Now I'm not sure, but I asked him. I was like, "Hey, I asked him. I said, I told y'all before that when I was in one time that I was thinking about being a tool truck dealer at one point. I'm still debating about it, but whatever. Besides the point, I asked him. I was like, "Hey, what kind of money do tool truck dealers actually get?" And he said, he just flat out told me, he was like, "I don't really know, but I'm on a salary." And that's when I was like, "Huh? Wait a minute." Nah. and I knew then because once again he was one of those guys where I knew more about his tools than he knew about his tools. And that's when I realized I'm like, I don't think he's like, because his name's not on the truck. He just ran the truck.
Right.
See, I don't know.
Becoming a tool dealer, I'll tell you this real quick. I don't know. I mean, now knowing what I know now, it's just such a you're always going to be working for somebody, Joe. Like that's the problem with becoming. Like, even if you wanted to become a guy, you're stuck under the thumb of having to buy tools from a company like ISN, which they're controlling, and you really never have the freedom. You say you own a tool truck, but you never really do. Like no matter what flag you're under.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So if I was personally, that's why I say it's better to go into for doing your own repair, doing a repair business. Even though a shop is more investment.
Oh my god!
Right?
Did y'all see that one?
Yeah.
What's that?
Val Tools.
Which one?
When she said,
she's not a tool dealer. She's not a dealer.
Yeah, her husband is the dealer. She's just the dealer's wife, I believe.
Yeah. And she was talking about people showing cracks, and she's all, "That's why I wear leggings." She's all, "You might see a little toe," and then he's all, "But you're wearing shoes." She's all, "Camel toe."
Yeah, she's just the dealer's wife.
Oh,
that's a thing they got set up going on together as far as social media is concerned. But but anyways,
once again, more social media garbage.
Yeah, well, he's got to make that YouTube money because he's not selling enough tools. Probably.
There we go. That's a good point. That really is a good point. These guys that are doing YouTube, honestly,
what's up, VCMD?
Which I don't know, man. I can't say anything. Like, what would you do? You have the opportunity. You have the tool stuff. Like, but the problem is most of them don't know how to do it because they don't know about the tools themselves. It's really sad that you see all these tool dealers trying to do tool videos, and they literally don't know shit about their tools.
Yeah.
That's what's really terrible. Where a guy,
The best thing I set up for one of my old tool dealers to help him get by. Now he's got a couple of trucks because of this.
Damn.
Is I told him, I says, man, let's make you a Facebook page. You don't have to use your personal name because now you can just make like a page that people can follow you on. I says, but you're going to use that to post up your digital flyer, your digital monthly flyer, and you're also going to use it to post up pictures of fucking trade-ins of tools. And he's like, no, that'll never work. I'm like, try it. I guarantee it. Let me set it up for you. And I says, whenever you get a trade-in, just send me a picture. And I maintained it for a month. And he's like, dude, I got people, like, I'm selling boxes as soon as they get on the truck from people across town. I'm like, yeah, you're moving money, man.
Damn.
You're moving money.
The problem I will say with doing social media and being on the tool truck, and you're only a one-man machine, and unless you have a route that's like kind of set up where you have the time to do it, man, I was doing like 600 miles a week, and I had like 700 customers, and I was humping, so I didn't have time for squat. You know, like when I'd talk on the phone, I'd be like, "Listen, I gotta go. I'm walking into a shop," and I spent so much time talking to customers and doing things, you know, for my customers that I was invested in that. I wouldn't have had time for social media. You know what I mean?
But it worked out really good too, because I told him, I says, let your people there talk shop about you know, trading up tools and trading in tools. So people started posting. I started encouraging them. I says, hey, if you're trying to trade out of a tool or a toolbox, post it up here. And I was like, because if I can find I tell them, I says, if I can find somebody who wants to buy it, then I can be the person who transitions that to happen.
I'll never pay a mechanic that records videos.
I says the tool truck will be the middleman, and we'll just take like a finder's fee for moving the box.
So make him bank off of what, Jeep boy?
So he had like a Matco triple bank 4S with a hutch. All right, traded it in for $7, and so told the guy, I was like, man, it's going to be $7,500 if I give it to you, because that's going to be the transport fee. The guy's like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll do it.
This is a good question. This is a good statement here, though. This is what's coming. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I think what he's saying is, I will never pay a mechanic that records video work
on the video
for the video. I guarantee you this is what's gonna happen, because shop owners are greedy, and what they're gonna do. A lot of them try to stop you, but there's people that are making videos. Like, you wait and see. The dealerships or mechanic or shops are going to start saying, we want 10% of your revenue to make videos, or start strong arming you for money. I guarantee it.
Well, we're already doing it.
What do you mean?
We do video multi-points.
No, but I mean, they're going to be wanting money for
your dealer's going to want the money that you're making.
Yes. Oh. I mean, you think Royalty Automotive, here's the thing is, Royalty Automotive, like, why are they making videos? If they're such a successful shop and they're making videos all the time, why do you think they're making videos? And he's pushing all the videos that he is out now. You know, it's kind of an interesting topic, because if you're a busy shop, like, I don't necessarily want to make videos because I'm working, but I don't have the desire to make the videos while I'm working, because I'm not driven.
Oh, don't go down that rabbit hole, man. It's addictive. Just
I don't really
stay away.
I don't really know, because it's hard to really judge when they're actually, not just them, but just anybody in generally, unless you're somebody like Fluff that you actually see them getting the work in. You know what I'm saying? But like me, I when I first started doing videos, I was doing it at my employer's location, and a lot of people assumed that when I was doing videos, I was on the clock. I'm like, no, I'm actually on lunch. Doing these videos, or I clocked out and I'm done for the day, and now I'm doing videos. So it's really hard to know when you're watching somebody videos and they're at their employer location, or if they have their own business, or if they have their own business. Like, I think they do Royalty. If they do, I'm not really positive about that. But it's really hard to say. It's really hard to say when they're doing their videos. They could be on break, or they could be. It could be after work hours for them. Like, you don't really know. All you know is what we see. You know what I mean?
The agendas of people, well, first of all, there's a couple things. The agendas of people that are making videos is to make money, right? This is a marketing platform. Social media has turned into nothing but marketing. Okay, so there's no bullshitting anybody now. You say you're not on social media to make money, you're lying. Okay, because everybody's making money that's on social media, and everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie. However, you got these people that they'll come in and they'll say, "Oh, well, you're not doing the video repairs." I get that all the time. You're not a mechanic. You're not showing repairs. Okay, well,
Right.
where do I get my knowledge from then? Okay, it just comes out of thin air, right? I'm just that's what happens, right? I just but those are the people that want to judge you. And that's why they want you to make videos. And that's my reason for not making videos, because just to keep those guys pissed off.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. You're definitely right. A lot of people came to me about me showing the tools that I have or whatever, my toolbox, and be like, I never see you use them. I'm like, bro, I work at a dealership. You're not going to see me use them.
Right.
Like, you trying to get me fired? Like, what are you talking about?
Well, people are talking to my a guy in my area.
A lot of mine are done after everybody's gone.
A guy in my area would do a video, and it was on a doctor's car that he was working on, a customer's car that was a doctor, and in his ashtray was his business card, and he showed the video of that, and he got like fucking 300 phone calls. How do you think that went over? Not good. The doctor sued the shop.
Damn.
I mean,
Yep.
there's a lot of responsibility that comes with working. You're showing a video where you're working on something, it's just to please a couple guys who want to mock you or say that you're, say this and that, whatever they want to do.
Well, see, that's why you have to when before you post it, you have to make sure you're not recording certain information.
You're lying about something. I mean, it's always something.
Oh,
There's always somebody's got something to say. It don't matter what you do. I mean, look at the icon video. Everybody's scrutinizing everything for everything. I mean, like, it don't matter. Here I'm sitting here saying that it's a nylon nut, and then you got people who are talking about jaw spreading. I mean, everybody will tear anything apart they want to. It don't matter what you do.
But see, and I want to end it on this note, because I gotta shut down the stream already. What's funny about this whole thing and with Snap-on Icon, when they came out with the flank drives or whatever, that test was such a great idea to make every other tool brand look like shit.
Right.
And now it's an outdated test, and it's not.
Yeah.
It works until it doesn't work, right?
Right. Well, sales gimmicks, that's how they work, though. You know what I mean? That's all the sales techniques are all the same. The only thing that works is everybody using the tool and getting their own opinion. Like everybody.
Yeah.
In order for, and so you can't take somebody's opinion that's never used either tool. I've never used icon wrenches. I really don't have any opinion about it. I can only assume by seeing, like, I take the data that I've been given and I assume that they're decent wrenches. And I've never said anything other than that.
They got sharp edges.
I mean, they're not. I mean, the obvious things with them are obvious, right? The obvious things are always going to be obvious. But as far as them being functional and useful, and they're $70, and that's what everybody's harping on, is the price. At the end of the day, everything comes down to price, and it's ridiculous. Like, okay, so if you want to buy a $5 hot dog, or you want to buy a $10 bratwurst, I mean, that's the difference right there. It's a bratwurst versus a hot dog. You're not comparing. It's not the same tool. If you want to compare a Snap-on to something, compare it to another Snap-on wrench. Compare another icon wrench to another icon wrench. But at the end of the day, stop lying and saying that the icon wrench is better than the Snap-on, because they're not the same. They're not built the same. They're not made the same. They're not made in the same country. I mean, it's just the fact that you're cheap and you want a cheap wrench. Stop fighting with people about your icon tools.
Well, yeah, I think this whole ordeal is just to get the masses pumped up and the viewers up, because it behooves me that we're acting like icon and Snap-on comparison is something new. We've been doing this for years at this point.
Right.
So the fact that this is getting so much attention, it's like, bro, we back here again.
It only got the attention because the test failed.
Stupid test.
Yeah.
Test.
That's the only reason.
Well, no, it actually had clout before the test. Actually, they had got started before that. The test just put the icing on the cake, but it was going crazy before that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Following them. That's the problem is people sitting around, they have nothing better to do anymore because they're not working. People that don't have jobs and they're sitting around and they watch these videos and then I mean, let's be honest with you, that the whole reason that all this video shit gets is because it's drama. It's drama and drama sells. I mean, dude, people love movies. People love, soap operas. That's all this is drama.
Yeah. But all right, guys, I got to shut down the stream.
Fluff, before you cut them all off, if anybody was looking for a digital torque wrench, I put it up in chat on Tool Swappers. Someone has a brand new Matco digital torque wrench for $250 shipped.
Rebranded.
Yeah.
That's still that's still a good deal to get a brand new like that's pretty much half off. But if you build engines a lot, you're gonna want that.
120 almost regular price.
Definitely.
Yeah. But all right, guys, y'all have a good night, and we will hopefully see y'all Tuesday if I can get my schedule right.
Nah, you won't.
Take it easy, guys.
I'll try a vertical stream Monday or Tuesday or something.
Yeah, you feel. Hey,
right,
I did finally buy some trash off the cornhole truck, and I got me a helmet.
Hey. All right, chat. Y'all have a good night, and we will see y'all soon.
Later.
Yeah,
let's go open up work tomorrow.
Be easy.
Yeah.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient.